You love me long time, some young guy.
Me love you long time.
Good morning, God. How are you?
Okay, Scott, what's up?
Oh, I thought that was glorious. You were right about the Marlins again last night. You haven't been wrong about the Marlins once all year. Even their dismal
fans. World Series too, man. It makes no difference. Yankees or the Red Sox, they both suck. You're ready to choke.
My father said that the Cubs would come out in Game 7 and be only a shadow of themselves, that the fans would be a shadow of themselves, and they went out and, they got a little excited when it was 5-3. They were having their party on Waveland, and that all ended. To see Conan catch that ball, what went through your mind when this team was 13 games out?
You know what went through my mind?
Really what?
Is that I got 2 Primo box seats.
Oh, yeah, eBay
for
those.
each of the 3 games,
eBay.
And they're going to be on eBay, and I'm going to make a fortune. That's what went through my mind.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Capitalism at its best.
Never went to one game all season, haven't been to a Marlin game in years, and I'm going to make thousands. Thanks a lot, Greg, you idiot. By the way, speaking of Greg Reed, he was passing around that trophy yesterday to everybody. That wasn't for QAM, it was for Power.
And now, I know it is, but he took credit.
What a schmuck.
And now today is Boss's Day, and they passed around a card for him, and I signed Boss's Blow. Yeah. Pharrell. And
I got something for him. I can't be there to sign the card, but here's something, Greg, to tell you what we all think of you, you idiot.
Here's one for you. How much do you think, how much money do you think you can make on the World Series tickets?
About 30, man.
Well, let me ask you this. How much do you think I can make?
I think that you can make,
15 grand.
How many seats are there for each game?
How many seats available to the public
for
each game?
No, to you.
Oh, I got a pair.
Pair for each game. I think they're worth, $1,300 to $1,500 per game.
For the pair?
Yes.
You're dreaming. The playoff tickets were going for $2,500 a pair for Primo seats, $2,500 a piece.
At the Marlins, Giants, and Marlins Cubs, they were not going for that price.
Well, that's what it said in your newspapers, and they never lie.
Well, the newspapers lie.
Yeah.
Kevin Baxter said
I was... would lie? The freaking Sun Sentinel would lie?
Well, Jim Sarney would lie for me. He says I'm a must-see.
He's so damn ugly, they only let him out 2 days a year like a groundhog.
Boom, 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 boom. I'll be here all the week.
Which is 2 days more than Barry Jack has.
Hey, Mo's going to
Barry has like a little paper bag lunch that he takes to work every day, and Mommy drives Barry to work at the Herald. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's got a nice haircut. Mo's going to the game, and you know what he's turned into QAM? An appearance fee to go to the Marlins World Series game.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's great.
He wants to.
I got news for you. They'll give him an appearance fee when he starts showing up after the book comes out today. This is the big day.
No. How about next Tuesday when we have a buyout day on QAM?
They're buying out my contract? All right.
Buying out his.
Even better than those tickets.
I'm going to wear T-shirts that have a cross through his face that say, Phyllis ain't giving you any, why should we?
A bone through Mo's nose? That sounds good.
Yeah, I think he already does have a bone somewhere.
Let me tell you, wouldn't it be a great act of kindness after all of these years for me to say to the audience, listen, because you've been so dedicated and devoted all these years, instead of like peddling my tickets on eBay, because I don't need the money. Your buddy Scott Jr. has given me a bunch of crap this morning before the show. Oh, you don't need the money, you're loaded.
I'm broke. I'm broke. I left my house and family and my $100,000 job.
I said, hey, I'm going to give them away right here just to show you what a good guy I am.
I'm a QAM whore.
So all the people out there waiting, I might just give my Marlin World Series tickets away today, but don't count on it.
No way. Dude, screw the public is my new theory. Why not make money? I mean, you and I can, listen, if I get tickets, I'll be just like Todd Greck. I'll sell them for like $1,500 a whack to one of my clients and rip him off. That'll be great. So
that's all you think I can make is $1,500 a pair?
Yeah, I think you should, $1,500 per seat.
Oh, $1,500 per seat. Well, that's not too bad. So that's $3,000 times is $9,000. I'll take it.
That's beautiful. And then you could, what are you going to do with the money? Maybe, we can buy Mo a casket. Can you imagine
a weekend I could have at Pompano Park with $9,000 in cash?
We could, give $5,000 to Eddie Kane and we'll buy Mo a casket.
Why did you say that?
Because Eddie Kane will turn it into $15,000 and we can get rid of Mo. Have a great day, Neil.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
See you, Scott.
Marlins win. Marlins win. Marlins. Give me another beer.
A greedy bastard who's really showing his age and doesn't have to pay more than minimum wage. And he can ya? If you don't work like a slave, Dick Clark's a douchebag.
Yes.
He got indicted back in 15-9 for payola, but Congress let him fly because they decided that he's delightfully white. Dick Clark's a douchebag. Owns a chain of crappy chic restaurants, douchebag. Pays coolie wages to employees that he's got. Dick Clark's a douchebag.
douchebag.
Icon of pop, so white and American douchebag.
Douchebag.
With all the gelt he's got, he drives around in a Dodge Caravan.
Douchebag.
Dick got the gig to replace Bob Ford, who banged a kid in the back of his Ford. That's all he did. And Bandstand was born. Dick Clark's a douchebag.
Douchebag.
He seemed delighted when anybody would win the cash and prizes on the pyramid. He never minded because it wasn't his. Dick Clark's a douchebag. I never realized what a big piece of crap he is after all the years I've been watching him. Dick Clark's a cranky old bums and recalcitrant douchebag. Douchebag.
10:06. How about those Marlins?
Oh!
What did I tell you, Yves Little Faith? You could hear the gurgling, choking, gagging sounds from those Cubs. You could hear them all over North America last night.
Saw the crying. The weeping.
Even George. I told you this yesterday. Even George got sucked in.
The Cubs suck.
And George got sucked in, too.
Well, I didn't know it was going on still, but I thought I should check into it
so
to
you
see
just
what
came
was
across
going
it
on.
by accident and you just couldn't turn
Right
it
at
off.
the end, and it was perfect timing, right at the end, just in time to see the last 5 minutes, and I saw the old lady crying, and I went,
Oh, jeez, not again. Again, it was like when Fredo was sitting on the curb there when Don Corleone gets shot 5 times. Again. He's like rocking back and forth on the curb. Again. And he's whimpering like Muff Lindsay. Did you ever see Fredo and Duff together?
No.
Same person.
Point. Same shaped
Same
head.
person. Hey, by the way, Duff, don't go fishing this weekend, especially with Clarence. He wants your part of the gig, too. He wants both titles and the whole paycheck. By the way, speaking of earning your paycheck, Clarence, I hate to break the news to you, but you're an idiot. He's so busy sitting in there sniffing Pharrell's butt that he doesn't have time to get the schedule right. The game tonight is at 8:18 first pitch. 8:20, give or take, is what they're saying. 8:20. The schedule I got in front of me has got Hurricane Hotline on from 7 to 9, and then the Ricky Williams show from 9 to 10. You like that?
Whatever.
But it's also got for example, if needed, game 7 with the Yankees and the Red Sox, it's got it at 9 o'clock. Is that correct? No. The game is at 8:20, okay, in New York. 8:20, you idiot, Clarence, you simpleton, you. So evidently we're not going to have like the whole Hurricane Hotline, and we certainly ain't going to have no Ricky Williams show, are we?
No.
No, we're not going to preempt the game 7, unless we're going to join it in progress. I don't know, I doubt that. Wouldn't that be kind of embarrassing, Scott?
Sure would.
That would be almost as embarrassing as farming out that Panther game. And Scott, once again, as usual, is wrong. Tries to tell me, now, were you actually at the game last night?
Of course I was.
Because you had your free tickets for the, Penis Coyotes, the lovely Penis Coyotes and the Panthers. Phoenix won 2-1. I watched about, maybe 15 minutes of it here and there in between the baseball. No, I did not watch 60 Minutes 2 last night. I didn't watch Smallville, sorry, but I was really baseball intensive, I must admit. I watched the entire game. How do you like that?
Wow.
Well, I mean, it was heavy duty. It was a lot of tension. It was excitement.
It's
But
an
at
event.
any rate,
It's an event.
it was a major event. So Scott tells me there were 5,000 people at the Panther game last night. You must have been counting all the people at the Sawgrass Mills Mall. You must have been counting all the people living within a 50-block radius, including all of my neighbors out there in the acres. I mean, are you out of your mind? Seriously, if there were 1,000 people in that Macarena last night, it was a lot. And I was watching, they had on the package last night the Phoenix telecast. So again, they weren't protecting the local yokels from embarrassment. So they kept, they panned every now and then. You saw the whole place. There was nobody there. And I'm not knocking anybody. I mean, why would anybody be there when you got the, Marlins and Cubs game 7 on TV and everybody's transfixed and glued to that? Why would anybody be at a meaningless early season hockey game, especially against a team that nobody cares about?
Yeah,
and with a home team that nobody knows who most of the players are anyway.
The only cheering last night was when they put up the Marlins score.
There you go. Now, if they'd have been smart, they'd have probably telecast the game on the big screen up there. Of course, the Panthers wouldn't have been too happy about that. But you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that have been a good idea?
It would have been.
Yeah,
I
put
don't
it on
understand
there.
why they didn't. But then
Put
again,
the
this
game
is
up on
Florida.
the diamond, whatever they call that thing, on that screen up there so the public can see it instead of seeing Guldy's ugly puss. Good God.
Scary.
So we got a big day today, boys and girls, a gigantic day. We're just killing 3 hours here
Right.
before we get started, right?
Let's
Till
just
1 o'clock?
Play some music or something.
Yeah, let's just pretend, okay? Like most every other day. And then at 1 o'clock we got the ratings of the summer book coming out. Now the summer book, generally speaking, isn't all that important, but this one will make an exception because, well, there's a whole bunch of reasons. First of all, like little Georgia looks like, is going to hold up our end, I think, in midday. Of course, along with the Mad Dog in that 2 to 3 hour. Mad Dog seems to be giving a good helping hand to the Humper, who's on, what, about 20 minutes a week? Huh?
Don't exaggerate.
I shouldn't say that because today is Mad Dog's off today. The Big is on 2 to 4. We apologize for that ahead of time. And the Humper is on for 3 hours tonight. So he's getting in a full day's work today. 3 hours. So we got that element of it. And then, of course, the morning show, that's where the real pressure is going to come now. Now, we're not going to have the hour by hour because that doesn't come out the first day. George will have that on Monday when I'll be on vacation. George will have all the...
It'll be on the website, too.
And it'll be on our website. So some people can read it and weep.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Read it and weep.
Absolutely.
Read that breakdown of 6 to 10 a.m. and read those 6 to 8 numbers and
Absolutely.
Weep. And then see the 8 to 10 numbers and say,
all right.
Yeah, look at that, Pharrell's kicking ass. And 6 to 8, a disaster.
Absolutely.
I already predicted, just like I predicted the Marlins winning all these games and everything else.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a disaster. By the way, Scott, I hate to break the news to you, Yankees going down.
I don't think so.
The Yankees are going down. I can smell it. I can smell it all. I can smell Bob Shepard's bag all the way up here.
I have to agree.
Oh.
Bob Shepard. Bob Shepard just turned 125. Let's hear it for Bob.
Oh!
Happy birthday, Bob. Number 9, Hank Bauer. Number 9. What number did Hank Bauer wear?
9.
Oh, thanks, Robert. Good to be surrounded by sports experts like Scott and Robert Grieper. They know their crap. 12 minutes after 10 already at 560 WQAM. You see how it's zipping right along?
Oh, yeah.
Haven't even got the results of yesterday's poll yet. That'll take a half an hour. And then we got today's poll, which I think we'll get a lot of response about that, plus many people begging and sucking and pleading. Look at the way we got lines ringing there. They don't want to talk to me. In fact, I think we'll do Screenless today, Scott, in honor of the book coming out.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. You have like a day off. A day to sit back there and pick your nose and whine a little bit.
Which I do
Call your
anyway.
ex-wife, make crank calls to your ex-wife, things like that. 10:13 at 560 Oh, he's already doing that?
Don't use my phone code anymore, all right?
One of the best-kept dining secrets in town is in Coral Springs, of all places. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and they got 3.5 stars from the Sun Sentinel Showtime Dining Review. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill's got specialties including mango plum salmon. By the way, I like your spelling of salmon, Adam. You're illiterate, but thanks for the money yesterday. Almond-crusted mahi-mahi, orange honey-glazed sea bass, and crab and shrimp stuffed trout. There's an incredible bar atmosphere with an extensive line of martini list, too. Big martinis, I mean really big ones. At happy hour, only $5.50 from 4 to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill is located in Coral Springs at 2752 North University Drive inside the beautiful Walk Shopping Center. Call 954-255-FISH for reservations and more information. You can dine inside, outside, whatever, and large parties and private functions are welcome too. So experience the best-kept secret in lunch and dinner dining in town. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs, located at 2752 North University Drive inside the Walk Shopping Center. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill, where you'll find great seafood at great prices too.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Holy cow. Neil Rogers is right. The Cubs suck.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story. They were a Danish band who poked fun at one of America's cultural icons. Hey, who said the Danish have a right to do that? They were Aqua. Singer Lenny Nystrom, who played Barbie in the band's famous video, spoke to us through an interpreter.
Yes, interesting. Even though you only know us for Barbie Girl, we were quite popular at home. We once won a Danish Grammy.
Whoa, a Danish Grammy. Wonder what that award ceremony was like.
And thine winner is Aqua.
Thank you.
Boo!
But winning lame-ass foreign awards is not all Aqua is known for. They were also sued by American toy maker Mattel, who owns the Barbie trademark. A Mattel spokesman spoke to us through an interpreter.
Okay, he's saying, those how dare they things up with those holes. Barbie is ours, you Aqua.
But Mattel lost the case. A victory for Aqua. They spoke to us through an interpreter.
I believe that's nya 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 nya.
Aqua. Those wacky Danish. Do they even know we named a breakfast food after them?
No.
It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight on Inside the Behind.
10:18 at 560 WQAM on a very gigantic, humongous Thursday. What a day. Little did we realize there was going to be such a significant day all the way around.
Yeah.
And I would think that probably Clarence is digging up some World Series tickets for our loyal audience right now, especially after getting slighted with that banner at the ball game on Sunday. Wouldn't you think? They had Mo on there.
Absolutely.
And Burrell and Mad Dog and Hank and Eddie K and Joe and Mark and the Big.
Oh!
And Kim Bocamper and everybody was ever born. Every sports nerd that ever came down the pike. They even had names of dead people on there. John Moynihan was on there.
Ed Berliner
Was on. Dave Lamont Cranston. They were all on there. Were we on there? No, on a banner. Because they're embarrassed. They don't want to have the 65,000 people sitting there. God forbid we should promote the Neil Rogers show. Because that would be bad. Because he says bad things about Greg, even though they're all true. Hey, Greg, that's for Boss's Day. And don't bother me for Norm's number no more, okay? Hope you two have a great life together. I think we got 1,200 votes. What does yours say? I've been stalling there for a second.
It's reloading. Hang on.
Mine's reloading, and it says 1201.
1,200 exactly. Wow.
Huh? 1201. Anyway, yesterday we asked what was the greatest radio station in the history of South Florida. We left out, I'm sorry, I apologize. How could I be so dumb? Am I dumb? Yes. WNWS. I mean, I only worked there for like 6 years. That was the beginning of my glory. Those were the salad days, baby. And the Mariel Boatlift days. All of those things, all those death threats. What was the greatest radio station in the history of South Florida? WSHE. She's only rock and roll. 303. 304 now, just moved ahead. WIOD 279. WQAM 145. Oh, a weak turd. You turd. That's not so good. Aren't you embarrassed by that? See, part of the reason for that being that it would take a lot of really old farts to remember the first glory days of QAM back when Rick Shaw was on there and Jim Dunlap and all them people.
Right, like me.
Roby Young. Huh?
I remember.
Yeah, but you're an old fart.
Right.
And, of course, me, I wasn't in town in those days, although I do have all the jingles. We got all the jingles. Anybody want to hear some old QAM jingles?
No.
We could kill some time up till up till rating time at 1 o'clock with some old QAM jingles like...
WQAM.
Or...
He's a tiger. Jim Dunlap. Wonderful.
But we don't want to do that. Because then we'd lose all the audience. They don't give a crap about old jingles or even new jingles. WEDR came in fourth. That's 99. Jams. They're jamming it, baby. 111 votes for that hip-hop crap. WZTA Zeta had 57. So, see, after the first four was like a big drop-off. Because the only great thing that was ever on Zeta was a certain morning show on there.
Oh, God.
1987. Other than that, Zeta blows. And has for a long time. Too much CCR. Too much Me Kimba. And, of course, too much Paul and Old Ron. WGTR 40. Whatever happened? Did the ratings tank? What was the deal that they dumped GTR? That caused a certain amount of constipation in town.
Oh, it's a very simple thing. First of all, it was a Cox company, and you know how bottom-line oriented they are.
Oh, that's right. They had to pay Herman and McBean some serious bucks.
They had talent that they had to pay on GTR besides Herman and McBean, and they copied the West Coast, if you recall, which was a cash cow jukebox.
Right.
That's
the jukebox.
Yeah.
That's why they brought Bob Green in. He was the leader of the jukebox. WCKO K102, which was a really heavy-duty, really rock station, hard rock. It was really hard. 36, but they had a crappy signal, and like the guy that called, I used to work there yesterday, he said they sucked. No, he said the station was good, but the management was idiots. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. What else is new? WBUS, the bus, the magic bus, had 35 votes. When I first came to town, the bus was one of the first FM, it may have been, I don't know, maybe the only FM station that anybody paid attention to at that point, 1976. Magic bus, you know who worked there? WHYI, Y100, had 33 votes. Now, see, the problem with this poll, it's a good poll, but there are various incarnations of all of these stations.
Right.
Like WIOD went through several different things, and Y100 through different periods of time when different people were there, like same with Zeta. Y100, 33 votes. Probably mostly for your friend Tanner.
What?
Certainly not for footy. Were any of the votes for footy?
No.
Everybody hates footy. He's an asshole. WTMI, what?
Cox and Kid Curry and them.
Cox was on Y100?
I thought he was. Weren't they all?
I guess. Kid Curry was on Y100?
I thought they were all there together. G. Michael.
Really?
That whole gang.
Really?
That's what I thought.
Really?
Yeah, and Jim Reilly, too.
Jim Reilly. Asshole. WTMI and WFUN each had 19. Boy, there are a lot of assholes in this business, aren't there?
Yeah.
WINZ AM 15. Now again, you'd have to go way back to the Jerry Wichner where the kid stole his wig, his hairpiece in a parking lot and he had a nervous breakdown. Those old time days at INZ. And then of course there was my thing there at INZ when we were doing like old fart radio. And then in 1986 when I decided, hey, this is boring, let's do something more interesting and exciting. And we had a big book. 12 plus we had a share. You ready for that? 12 plus. In the younger demographics, it was all like double digits, 15s, 17s. It was unbelievable. It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then they shipped me off to Zeta, and then the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Share. You know, we're playing that Hurricane promo. Have you noticed the voice sounds like Lassiter on there?
No, I don't notice our promos, our spots.
WINZ AM 15, WINZ FM I-95 had 14 with Earl to Pearl. I-95. That was not a bad station. It was rocky and rolly. I remember the night that they had all the teenagers come down scantily clad in their underwear to give away some concert tickets. And then some asshole listener called the cops. There's always some asshole out there in Radioland. Always, no matter what's going on, there's always one sour, really hostile asshole. I'm gonna call the cops. They got a bunch of teenagers running around almost naked, yeah? I think whoever it was probably was jealous. There were some pretty damn interesting people in there, too. Anyway, Waxy FM 13, back in the golden days of Waxy when Ricky Ticky Shaw was there, acting like a Nazi, and Rick and Suds. Greg Budell. That's, I think, when they started going downhill is when Budell came in. Am I right?
Oh,
he destroyed
I wouldn't know.
Every place he went, he destroyed it. 1194, Waxy. I'll tell you, he sure got a lot of press for a guy that failed so badly everywhere he went. He did very well, though, I understand, at the Sterling Country Kitchen. By the way, Troy Stratford, we have no copy for Brandy Shoes, and I just noticed out of the corner of my eye, it's 60 seconds away from that spot, you idiot, you simpleton. What is wrong with him? I think Todd Dreck took him under his wing. Waxy FM 13, 11 for WVUM. WVUM, it's Mike Rosenthal. The Hurricanes are going to win again. You made a mistake. I'm Mike Rosenthal. WCJX 96X, I'm sure that's the station that lost their license for a phony contest, 11. WKPX, Piper High had 10. I'm embarrassed that VUM had one more vote than KPX. What's wrong with you people? Probably Robert Grieper voted several times, and also who else have we got that's and Clarence, another Hurricane alumnus. WMX and the Beast probably voted 3 or 4 times. MXJ 8, KISS 7, 98 Gold 6. How about, you know what we left off of here? How about WGBS? Ken Malden's never going to speak to me again. We left off WNWS and WGBS. Arnie Warren, he was terrible.
I guess we got to do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. WRMF 5, Love 94 had 5, or Love 95 had 4. Surf had 4, WSRF, probably for Jack Mark. WA1A, Your Music Way, Alan Anderson, 4. WHQT, Hot 105, 3, WKAT, 3, Catch the Cat. WCKR had 2, and I have no idea why. Life had 1. WRBD, Rockin' Big Daddy had 1. And WGMA in Hollywood, country kicking ass, looking, Jerry Wichner, that had 1 vote. So that's it out of over 1,200 votes. I thought it was kind of interesting. Today we're doing disc jockeys.
Well, maybe you are.
No, not anybody I can think of. How's Willie B doing, by the way? 27 past 11 at past noon at 560 WQAM. It's almost time for those ratings to come out. It's 12:27. Let me tell you, time is really flying at Brandy's, too, because they've been around in town for over 25 years. I guarantee you they got some big special sale going on this week. But Troy Stratford is just laid out. He's just not interested in doing his thing and servicing his account. So, as usual, we just have to kind of like wing it. So I don't know what the special sale is. You can find out what it is by going on their website, brandysshoes.com, and I guarantee you'll get more information than Troy ever gives me. Brandy's has got all the top names in the shoe business while they're still around after all these years. They got Florsheim, SAS, Clark Kent's, Timberland, Mephisto, Rockport, Echoes, they got them all. And speaking of Clark Kent, they got big fat shoes and little teeny tiny one. Whether your feet are petite or big enough to eat, they got them all. Men's size 6 to 15, women's 5 to 12, very narrow to the very, very wide. And no matter what you're looking for in that gigantic 8,000 square foot mega store, you can just about bet your life on it that whatever you're looking for is in stock, ready to slap on your foot right now. Brandy Shoes, you'll find them at 1290 North Federal Highway, Pompano Beach, open daily 9 to 9, Sundays 10 to 5, and like I said, you can check them out on the web, too, at brandysshoes.com.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
I want you to take your head out of your own ass.
Okay.
Days from walking down the aisle, something inside him said no. Then he tried to dump
rectum.
And she went off her nuts, screaming and yelling as he drove away, 'cause they wouldn't have a wedding day. He grabbed a flight to Vegas, hit all the strip clubs. Girls were grabbing his pants, they were giving Ben a lap dance. He was hotter than the freaking Cubs. Ben said bye to the butts, and she went off her nuts, screaming and yelling as he drove away, 'cause they wouldn't have a wedding day. From the time they met in Jersey, J-Lo had him in her palm. Well, I'm the Santa cheerleader couple was touchy-feely, but the whole mess was a big damn ball. Ben will have to go use Match.com. Ben said bye to the butts,
Rectum.
and she went off her nuts, screaming and yelling as he drove away, 'cause they wouldn't have a wedding day.
10:33 at 560 WQAM. Does anybody care about those losers anymore? No. Even the Cubs we don't care about no more. Now this fax from Larry. Oh, I guess we should do the poll for today. Let's introduce it. Is it 1 o'clock yet? Damn it. It's getting close though. It's already 10:33 and pretty soon it'll be 10:34 and then you know what happens after that?
No, what?
10:35. Is Mo still alive?
No.
Who is or was your favorite, since we did the radio stations yesterday, it's a good segue, I would say. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk show host of all time? See, the reason I put that in there, the not talk show host, because, how about Randy Rhodes? How about, Mike Ranieri?
Neil Rogers.
Yeah. No.
Neil Rogers.
No. Although I was a disc jockey, but none of these people ever heard it. You know what's probably pretty good just as well.
No, so was I for
I was okay. I did good talk-ups.
Yeah, me too.
Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk host of all time? And I started the list here with 7 names. 2 of them from a fax we got yesterday at the end of the show. I heard of both of them, but I never heard them on the air. I could probably find them on that Real Radio thing, but I don't want to. Larry Lujak, Dick Purton, our good close personal friend from Detroit, which we don't hear from Dick no more, which is sad. Dick Biondi, another Dick. High Lit and Joe Niagara, they were both in Philadelphia. Joey Reynolds and Rick Shaw. That's a good start, ain't it?
I added a couple, but I think it's going to be a 2-horse race.
Between Rick Shaw and
Wolfman Jack.
And Wolfman Jack. And who's the other one you added? Cousin Brucey?
Oh, Kid Curry.
Kid Curry. Let's put Cousin Brucey, too, okay?
All right.
Kid Curry. That curry's a little too spicy for me. Wolfman Jack. Plus the people who eat it seem to smell. You're right. People who don't take a bath and wear the same clothes for like 60, 70 days in a row, or at least...
About 30, man.
They stink. That's just what it's all about. I got conned into that thing. That's from my liberal leanings, my pinko, commie pinko fag, trying to be like real, loving everybody and everybody's, it's a bunch of crap. If you don't take a bath for 6 or 7 months and you wear the same clothing and you sleep in it night after night, you're gonna stink pretty bad. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I don't care whether you're like from the North Pole or Pakistan or wherever the hell you're from. Anyway, this fax from Larry in Jensen Beach. I wonder if he knows Mr. Jensen from Network, you think?
No.
Ned Beatty. I don't understand the first part. What does a some come lucky mean? Is it Spanish for another language? I guess it's another language, Larry. Next question.
No, he's thinking about sigma cum laude.
Oh. Like I said, push the button, Max. This is the part that he picks on you.
Push the button, Max!
Which, that's why George is there, so all you people out there want somebody to pick on, a human punching bag, that's what he's there for. It's about time they caught on. Even Larry and Jensen Beach caught on. He says, push the button, Max is from the Great Race movie, and is said to be to Peter Falk's character by Jack Lemmon's character.
No, it isn't.
With Tony... What?
No, it isn't.
With Tony Curtis as the hero and Natalie Wood as the female lead. Sorry, George, your information is wrong. You are absolutely wrong, says Larry and Jensen Beach.
Larry's an idiot. It's said by Keenan Wynn, and go rent it and watch it again if you don't believe me.
Okay, now, it's said by Jack Lemmon. Let's listen to it.
No,
push the button, Max!
Oh, that's Jack Lemmon.
It's Keenan Wynn, the evil guy.
Push the button, Max!
Oh, that's definitely Keenan Wynn. It sounds like Ed Wynn.
See, I lifted it off the copy that I have.
Right. So George probably has a pretty good idea where it came from, since he's the one who stole it. Lifted it off the copy of the movie he's got, Larry and Jensen Beach. So a lot of these people, no matter what we say, if we say it's Thursday like it is today, oh no, it's Saturday, man. You better look at your calendar again. You should be off today, huh? You should be,
push the button, Max!
In addition to which, it's another one of these nose pickers. Hey, Larry and Jensen Beach, we like you a lot because you do listen to the show, but quit being a nose picker, okay? Nobody likes a nose picker.
And he doesn't even know what Sigma Cum Laude
And everybody
means.
hates people who pick dingleberries out of their butt in public like Mo. We might like him otherwise, you think?
No.
No. But it sounds pretty good. So that's the start for our disc jockey thing, and you can call in with your ideas. And we don't have any Marlin World Series tickets. I do have mine, and you're not getting them, including Scott's not getting them. Nobody's getting them. I'm going to sell them. I'm going to make some cash. Why the hell not? It's part of my deal.
I don't want them.
No, George don't want him. He wouldn't go if you paid him to go there. Well, depending on how much you paid him.
How much, yeah.
Well, maybe.
About 30, man.
He'd go. If you paid for the parking.
Skybox, feed me, limo ride.
Right.
Prostitute in the limo.
Little hanky-panky in between and during the seventh inning stretch with some of the cheerleaders. Of course, they don't have cheer. What do they call them? The Marlin cuties? What do they call them?
Mermaids.
The Marlin mermaids? Oh, how bad. How corny. I like Tom Brenneman took a really good shot at Wayne last night. Him and whoever were the other 80 guys that were doing the game with him. And by the way, Tom Brenneman's an outstanding broadcaster, Mo, you loser, you jealous piece of crap, you, okay? Tom Brenneman's good, son of the Hall of Fame Marty Brenneman of the Cincinnati Reds. Even Scott knows that. And former Cub Harry Carey's sidekick. But anyway, he took a good shot at Wayne, which I liked a lot. Nice going there, Tommy boy. Although you could tell he was pretty sad when the Cubs lost, just like all those people at Wrigley Field. You know what? Too bad. It's a great atmosphere there. It's a wonderful ballpark. Murphy's bleachers, all those bars in the neighborhood, the people sitting up on the thing, all the people out there in Waveland Avenue. It's great, but the fact is they choke, they gag. You know what's going to happen. Didn't everybody know?
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. It's as predictable as the weather in Alaska, man, in the middle of January. Speaking of that, Staten Island Ferry, the pilot who fell asleep at the switch, or maybe whatever the hell he was, a little bit of a problem. It's a good idea. Don't ever ride a ferry on Staten Island. Clarence. 10 people got killed, at least 42 others injured, including 3 who lost limbs. A gruesome thing which they've been showing over and over. In fact, that guy in Chicago ought to be happy that this happened, the guy that interfered with the ball.
Yeah, he don't look so bad no more.
Oh, and then last night they're talking about how Tom Brenneman, I will rip him for this. They're talking about how tragic, one of the most terrible, tragic commentaries is the fact that this guy's name has been made public and his picture and everybody knows. And in the meantime, just before he said that, one of the other 20 guys in the telecast with him gave his name out. Steve Bartman, who works at Hewitt Associates. I think that's kin to Foster Hewitt, if my memory's correct. Isn't it, Scott? Remember Foster Hewitt?
No.
So anyway, this guy bolted, the pilot bolted the scene so quickly they left behind his gear and his keys, had a break into his house where he slit his wrist and shot himself with a pellet gun. No, that pellet gun didn't make that much noise. Yeah, more like that. Shot himself with a pellet gun twice in the chest. He's in critical condition. Yeah. What?
I ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, he slit his wrist. That's all he had available right at the moment, okay? He didn't have time to go to the pawn shop and get a heavy-duty piece, okay? He didn't have time to go to Charles Alfieri and get a nice piece. By the way, did Troy Stratford ever come in and apologize for not giving us any copy?
No.
Troy, you really let me down, baby. We thought that you were a real contender, a real player, and you turned out to be just another faker like the entire QM sales staff, except for Adam, who gave us the $75 yesterday for abandoned pet rescue and got us to $32,000, which reminds me that noon to 2 today. Look for that QM van at Pino Tile and Carpet, 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompino. And the lovely Miguel will be there noon to 2 today. And for those who donate, we got Marlins World Series. No, we don't. Wouldn't that be something if we did? Wouldn't that be great? We could raise thousands today. No, we don't. Sorry, no World Series tickets. And you can't have mine. For those who donate to Abandoned Pet Rescue and get some of our Best of Neil stuff today, movie passes to the premiere of Radio on Saturday, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. Be quiet. 19 to 11 at 5:60. Man, oh man, it's an hour and 19 minutes, 2 hours and 19, whatever it is from 1 o'clock. Boy, that's going to be a big, big Timmis today, don't you know? It could be anything. I think we got a couple of pretty solid months going in there, even your August, which was, your August.
I know.
It was okay. We had a 6-3. We were number 1 in August. George was still number 1 and certainly had a much higher numbers than the morning show, at least the 5 to 8 part.
Absolutely.
No question about it. And I guarantee you'll kick his ass again. Even though you are a guava loving spick.
No question.
Hey, it's that time of the year again. The showrooms and furniture stores are tantalizing you with all kinds of phony ads and phony sales. Try to pretend that they got the best deals going on a great name brand mattress. Guess what? They don't. Dial a Mattress today and all year round, 365 days a year, gives you unbeatable deals and service on the top names in the mattress business. So if your old mattress is lumpy and worn out, don't do your back a disservice. You'll feel a hell of a lot better with a great new mattress from Dial a Mattress. They got Sealy, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, Simmons, King Coral, Stearns, and Foster. So call them today. Just one simple call. It's the easiest piece of shopping you'll ever do. 1-800-MATTRESS. And you'll get service like you dream about from the delivery team, ranked number 1 in the world in customer satisfaction. When you call Dial a Mattress at 1-800-MATTRES, you still get to pick the day and time for delivery, any 2-hour window, 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. when you want them to be there, and they'll actually show up on time. You'll be sleeping like a baby the very first night, like I have for years on my Dial a Mattress. With low prices, same-day delivery, free setup and removal, it's easy to see why Dial a Mattress is number 1. So don't get sucked in by those mattress showrooms or phony furniture store ads. They're not in the same league with Dial a Mattress. Call them right now. They'll be there in no time at all, knocking on your door, taking away the crappy old bedding and setting up your great brand new one. Call 1-800-MATTRESS. That's 1-800-MATTRES. Or online, you'll find them at mattress.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Cubs suck.
It stinks in Miami town.
Yes.
At 560 WQAM.
Ross, Rachel, Phoebe, Monica, Chandler, Joey. When it began, they all were nobodies. Now they're living in big mansions and driving Lamborghinis. The last year for friends. There's their only way depends. The last year for friends. They'll tie up all their loose ends. The last year for friends. Who Ross and Rachel make amends. Matt and LeBlanc's the only one with a new show. The other 5 will probably make movies that blow. They're typecast for all of eternity. No matter what Schwimmer does, he will always be Ross to me. The last year for friends. There's no only way to tend. The last year for friends. They'll tie up all their loose ends. The last year for friends. Who Ross and Rachel make amends.
1048 at 560 WQM. How about those Marlins?
Oh.
Man, this town is on fire. Can you smell it?
No.
Can you see the response on that phone there?
No.
We got all these Marlin World Series tickets. What?
Oh, by the way, I faxed a revised schedule and there was a dialing error, so if it comes across twice, that's why.
I see. By the way, Clarence, you're a real bonehead, man, okay? Clarence is going to start having a bone through his nose. Of course, B said he had a bone. Well, that's beside the point. You catch my drift?
No.
Anyway, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk show host, of all time? I mean, we just got a few votes on there because obviously most of the people listening don't have their choice on there yet. Wolfman Jack, you're right, those got 8 out of 13. Ricky Tiki Shaw's got 2. WQAM.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Buenos dias.
Scott Muni. You know Scott Muni?
Puny Scott Muni, WABC, and all over in New York, everywhere.
WNEW, that's correct, sir.
That is correct. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely correct, sir.
All right, calm down. Puny Scott Muni.
Absolutely, 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 absolutely correct, sir.
Puny Scott Muni, WABC.
Remember Scott Muni?
No.
Yes.
Scott does because he lived in the vicinity.
That demography.
Yeah.
I can't say demographic.
Scott Muni. See, we get some real names on here, then we'll have some votes. WQBA.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a DJ for you.
Okay.
DJ Disturbance.
I never heard of him.
Is it one yet?
WQAM.
Can I speak to Neil?
QBA. Speaking, we're doing screenless, man. Let's get with it.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Listen, how about the Marlins, baby? We're number 1, baby.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Oh.
He won the tickets.
Yeah, he won the... Oh, too bad I already cut him off. Damn it, I was going to give you tickets for all 3 games. Damn it. Well, try calling back. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. How about the Marlins, baby? I'm on the bandwagon. Hey, Marlins, go Marlins. You know, Pudge Rodriguez not only won the MVP for the series, but he also won the MVP for most times pointing at the sky and crossing himself, which I was very proud of that.
They beat Sammy out for that.
How many times an inning?
About 30, man.
Yeah. He even beat Sammy Sosa, and also Ramirez does that a lot, too.
Won't be seeing him no more, though.
I'm sick and tired of that crap. I'll tell you that right now. That pointing at the sky and just cut the crap already. Okay, if you want to believe in fairy tales and the tooth fairy, go right ahead. Look under the pillow and see what's there.
God likes the
Although I will say
better.
Pudge still looks pretty good, even though he's got that big fat ass. He looks good. Now let's see. Do we have the what is this? We don't have any baseball on tonight?
No. I don't know. I didn't read it. I just asked it.
Well, why not?
Got nothing to do with me.
What is this all about? I thought we were your sports-intensive station. I'm promoting the game is at 8:20, and the revised schedule shows no Boston Yankee game. Well, what kind of a communist pile of crap is that, boys and girls, huh? Just when we were starting to kick a little bit of ass, they yank it right from underneath us in the rug, too. I'll be goddamn. Well, that's because we got to get that Hurricane Hotline in from Tony Romans because it's sponsored. And certainly we got to get the Ricky Williams show on, don't we?
No.
Who the hell wants to hear that crap? Dan LeBastard just tonguing and licking and rimming. God, it's disgusting. 5670560. So that's the schedule. No baseball tonight. I guess somebody else will probably pick it up, and we'll be sucking wind. WQAM.
You guys have tickets?
I beg your pardon?
You guys have tickets?
Do we have tickets? Yeah, speeding tickets.
One. Yeah, 100 on
150. You want to pay?
Sorry?
I said, have a nice day, bitch. You guys have tickets? You guys have tickets? Oh, man. She couldn't give a flying fart about the Marlins until right now. I'll guarantee you that. Even bet Scott's life on it. No chance. Oh, the UN Security Council approves the Iraq resolution unanimously. They said, let's go in there. Let's see what we can do to straighten out your mess.
Some agreement on Iraq resolutions. It's a recognition by countries like Russia, who you see...
That it's a mess. And you guys got tickets? WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I would love to get a pair of tickets. It is impossible to get through the Ticketmaster to get tickets. I've been a fan since '93.
Yeah, so what do you want me to do about it?
You said you had some tickets.
What?
You said you had some tickets.
Yeah, I got my tickets. I got mine. You're not getting them, okay? I'm selling them on eBay, okay? If you want, go on eBay and see if you got $5,000 a piece. $20,000 a piece. Bunch of freeloading phonies. Front-running and freeloading phonies.
I love it.
Last season, man, and earlier this season, George couldn't give the Marlin tickets away. There were people coming to appearances, I want to say, for the 80th time, bringing their tickets and saying, hey, give these away. We don't want them. We don't want them. You can have them. They're too crappy for us.
People think they're lying.
Can we have tickets? And that's all they got to say. They have nothing to say about, hey, what a great job, Jack McKeon and Pudge and Fudge and Josh Beckett and all these guys. Nothing. Zippity-doo-dah. In fact, they wouldn't know. Most of these people who want the tickets, how many names on the team do you think they know? Maybe 2 or 3. Maybe. Right?
I know one, Rodriguez.
There you go.
I don't know his first name.
And you left out Gonzalez. There were 2 of them, so we got one. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes,
I nominate Jim Dunlap.
Jim Dunlap. Okay, thank you, Chronic Lady. That's the most chronic of them all, boy. She's really chronic, but that's all right. We even have jingles for Jim Dunlap.
Could we hear one?
No, I don't need to hear you one.
He's a tiger, Jim Dunlap, wonderful, WQAM.
And we even have somewhere in there, what the hell are the acapellas, the real short, huh?
Oh, just fire one off.
No, seriously, what the hell are those? We got them in there somewhere. Just one moment,
short
please. No, I want to play the Jim Dunlap one, if we got it. I don't think we got one for Jim Dunlap, do we? We have one for John Moynihan.
John Moynihan.
Right.
On Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
No, those still aren't the ones. I'm talking about the real short ones where they just say the name, like...
The Florida Marlins.
There you go. How do you like that?
Oh.
Let's hear it for...
The Florida Marlins.
Oh.
The Florida Marlins. The Florida Marlins.
Oh. All right.
The Florida Marlins.
Oh.
Ed Kaplan.
Now, what was Scott talking about Pharrell this morning about getting a casket for Eddie K? What was that all about?
I don't know. I don't listen to that crap.
To what crap?
Exactly.
No, when we did the crossover at 10 o'clock, let's get a casket for anything. He's just incoherent. He just blurts out a lot of crap, which is why we love Pharrell. He just blurts it out. Wait till he gets the hour by hours on Monday. He's going to be blurting them a lot, and then Mo's going to, it must be an aberration because we're following that low-rated Joe and Mark show, and they shoved us back in the middle of the night, and that pipe smoker keeps making all those comments about me, and then those keychains, I should never have gone along with that crap.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Don't forget, noon to 2 today, Miguel, Pino Tile and Carpet, 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. Look for the QM van and bring a lot of cash, okay? Speaking of Marlin tickets, World Series tickets. Ask Miguel. Oh, poor Miguel. No. Could I fix his ass?
Rectum.
Or what? Wow. Could I fix him? But good. He'd never speak to me again.
He won't come back.
He'd probably even be so pissed he'd cut the ring off. Oh, okay. Let's not do it then. Let me say it very clearly, very succinctly. Miguel probably doesn't have any World Series tickets.
Oh, Jesus
What?
Christ. Nothing.
But, he's in promotions, though, so just maybe because he's such a good guy and he appreciates our fans so much, he just might. You never know. It's worth going out there.
So where won't he be at
and
noon?
Say, please, Miguel. Please, Miguel, who looks almost as good as Miguel on Passions, but not quite. I guess Scott Jr. there knows Miguel and all the characters.
Gee, why is my
Passions
phone
now.
ringing?
I beg your pardon?
Why is my phone ringing, I wonder?
Is it really?
Yeah.
You're just joking. He's listening right now, and Miguel isn't going to, I'm not positive, but I don't think he's going to have any World Series tickets out there today. But you don't know unless you ask. 10:56 at 560 WQAM. If you're underpaid, if you're overworked, if you're underappreciated, get out of your dead-end job. That's my best advice to you. How do you do it? You get yourself a real career, some real skills, and you call our friends at Fast Train. That's how you do it easily. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They can have you trained and certified before year's end. And don't forget, the demand for computer professionals continues to grow. There's no better time than right now to get you a new high-paying career in the computer field. And Fast Train makes it so easy. They offer you job placement assistance, convenient day, evening, weekend schedules. And with 6 locations, 4 in South Florida, it just makes sense. There's bound to be a Fast Train close by you. Fast Train even offers financial assistance for people who qualify. So if you're sick and tired of working for some schmuck in a really crappy job and a measly, beasly paycheck, pick up that phone and call Fast Train today toll-free. Check them out on the web if you like at fasttrain.com, and then make that call and change your life forever. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Florida Marlins, Florida Marlins, Florida Marlins, Florida Marlins.
Hi, this is Kimberly Plummer, KABC News, with a one-on-one interview with gubernatorial hopeful Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me,
I
Mr.
apologize.
What do you apologize for? I'm not following you.
For everything, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. I'm sorry to the people of California.
For what? Those bad movies you make?
No. Although, if you don't like them, I'm sorry, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. I'm sorry for this.
You just touched my boobies!
That was a demonstration, Kimberly Plummer. I'm sorry.
Well, don't do your demonstrations on me, Mr. Schwarzenegger. I am here for a serious interview with you.
I apologize. You're very whiny. Go ahead with your question.
Well, you're very touchy-feely.
I apologize.
Excuse me, but did you just touch my ass?
That was a demonstration, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. That's why I want to apologize to the people of California.
And I believe you should.
I'm sorry.
I see you have a problem with women.
I don't have a problem with women. I like to touch them.
Excuse me, but we are not an object.
May I see your anteater?
My what?
Your anteater. May I see it?
I don't think I have an anteater.
You have an anteater. It's right here. That's your anteater.
I can't believe you just put your hand...
I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh! Do it again. Yeah, good for you, Kimberly Plum. You want me now, don't you?
You're a perv.
Let us have your anteater. Ow! I'm sorry. I apologize.
You are disgusting.
I want to be the governor. Here, pull my lever. Vote for me.
Ew. Why is it purple?
I eat grapes. I'm a grape eater. Pull my lever.
11:02 at 560 WQAM. We're less than 2 hours away from that big summer book, man. There's enormous pressure. In fact, my irritable bowel is acting up again just because of it. So here's a good choice for our poll from Rick, who says, and I would hardly agree, he's one of the best ever. Greatest DJ ever, Bill Bailey from WAKY in Louisville. Ready for that?
Whatever.
Well, I'm just stalling until this thing starts playing. You ready for that?
No.
First thing I heard heard this morning from my radio was your introduction to your 20 before the hour sports report, Mr. Yaden. That's the reason why I was a little bit late this morning. By the way, I wanted to mention this morning, I plan to mention this 2 or 3 times, that Thursday night we're going to have a series of softball games out here at St. Helens Field in Lively Shively. Now, the first game at 7 o'clock will be between Alan Hamilton and his deputy sheriffs. And
like I said, he was great. Bill Bailey went to WLS in Chicago and did mornings for about 5 minutes and bombed for whatever reason. I don't know why. They just didn't take to him. Well, they were probably still sore about the Cubs losing every year, you know, and if you think they were pissed off then, just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. Bill Bailey, add him to the list, please.
Said
400-pound man rescued after he plunges through floor of mobile home. By the way, I did not see the CBS 2 last night, but I do have the story here from CBS News for a little bit later on when we have some good time to kill. About Colin Powell being a freaking liar. But beside that, Newport Richie from Boar's Head. A Pasco County man who became trapped in his mobile home when the floor gave way under him was rescued by emergency workers. The manager of the mobile home park found the man who reportedly weighed 400 pounds yesterday.
What's he weigh today?
About 320. There he was in that little bedroom sitting in a little hole, said Gene Morton of Orangewood Lakes Mobile Home Community. Morton identified the man as George Daniels, 61, said he found Daniels conscious but disoriented, sitting with his head bowed. Maybe he was just checking out lunch. Morton said Daniels told him he had been stuck for 2 days, though emergency responders weren't so sure. They would ask him one time and he'd say a day, and then he'd say an hour. He was a little confused. Maybe he was going through hunger withdrawals. The floorboards in his home may have rotted underneath the carpet, Morton said. He called 911 after getting a call from one of the man's neighbors. And why am I reading this? This is one of the most horrible stories I've ever read in my life. Why am I reading that?
I think it's funny.
Do you?
Yeah.
About a 400-pound guy getting stuck in the floorboards in some mobile home park?
Manager should have sold tickets.
Shame on you. You know what I should have done with that Bill Bailey thing, which I'm not too bright? What I should have done is just got my cursor on the little dot there and moved it ahead a little bit, because that was obviously a really ponderous thing there.
It's 36, 24 minutes before 7 o'clock at WAKY. Good morning, Bill Bailey. That's good. You catch that line? Mr. Guest says to me, you see, he substituted for the ailing Jim Miller this morning. He says to me, boy, I wish you had stayed home. I could have worked another hour. Why didn't he call me at home and tell me that instead of waiting until I showed up here for the good news? I would have been happy to stay at home until 7. 23 before 7 o'clock at WAKY. It's so nice to be with you.
Great, Bill Bailey. He was outstanding. He was one of a kind, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Original. Not these cookie-cutter assholes that we got now. It's 79 along the coast. We're not talking about you, Johnny Dark, although you were really good on the coast. You fit in perfect with that. Johnny's a good guy. He's just bland, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He's just bland. He's got a great voice. He's boring, though. He's very bland, as we discovered when he came in sucking out free lunches. Remember that day he showed up? I'm sure you do, and I had to make them chase him away?
Yes.
That was embarrassing. Why do people do things like that?
I
he just showed up, uninvited. Which I wouldn't have minded feeding him a free lunch, but I really would have minded him sitting there expecting me to put him on the air and put the audience into a coma. I mean, Johnny, you're a good guy. I'm delighted to know you, man. You're okay in my book, even though they did close up Doodahs because of you. But nevertheless, but don't come by the studio anymore expecting to be put on the air. We'll be glad to feed you for the rest of the time. No problem. We got all the free food you could want. And maybe even some World Series tickets.
Oh, look, there he is now.
WQAM.
Yeah, Symphony Sid.
What is it?
Symphony Sid.
Sid Vicious?
Not Sid Vicious. Symphony Sid.
Who the hell was that?
Okay, evidently, you don't know. How about Murray the K?
Who?
Murray the K. Murray Kaufman.
Oh, Murray the K. Murray Kaufman.
Murray
Okay,
Kaufman.
Murray the K. That's more like it.
Okay.
Wins 1010 New York. Murray the K.
WINS.
Exactly. Wins 1010. Thank you, sir. Give us one that somebody knows about. Who was the first one he said?
Sid Levine.
Sid Vicious? Sid Levine. Sid Levine. Murray the K belongs on there. Let's get him on there. Murray the K, one of the greats. I'm sure that Scott don't remember him. It was before your time. Right?
Sure.
And the good news is Murray the K was not gay. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk show host of all time? Wolfman Jack and Rick Shaw, 17 apiece. Boy, you had your thumb right on it.
Was there any doubt?
I don't know. Well, see, the rest of these will all be split up. Well,
Right.
Wolfman Jack was never in Florida, was he?
No, but nevertheless, it's all name recognition with these people.
Right. Because the other ones are all like parochial, they're like local people. And if you were like from Chicago, you knew Larry Lujak, and other people will probably be on it. John Rickards, Landecker, that crowd.
Parochial and lochial.
Right. And if you're from like Buffalo, God forbid, you knew how to bowl pretty good, and you knew Joey Reynolds. Kid Scurvy's only got 5.
Woody Graber says Tommy Shannon.
Tommy Shannon, KB Radio. See, that's that Buffalo thing again. Okay. Plus, Tommy Shannon also followed Joey to a Buffalo. Maybe they had to a Detroit. Maybe they had something going. Tommy Shannon Show. They ripped off the Rockin' Rebels Wild Weekend. Never paid him a dime. Tommy Shannon and Joey Reynolds are going to rot in hell together forever. We can put him on there, Tommy Shannon. Some Western New York, upstate New York people might know him. And maybe even some Detroit people, too. I think we got to put Dave Schaefer on there. Okay?
Okay.
Well, you don't know who that is. Dave Schaefer was my favorite DJ in Detroit next till Dick Purton came along. Dave Schaefer was great. I mean, he wasn't like a great personality like a Dick Purton. He didn't have like some creative, wild show with all those people. But he was pretty good.
How you spelling Schaefer?
Oh, any way you want. S-C-H-A-F-E-R. What difference does it make how you spell it? Like Tom Schaefer. Does it make any difference how you spell his name?
No.
He's still dead. WQAM.
Yes, Uncle Neil. I would like to put up Allison Steele, the Nightbird, NEWFM, New York.
Okay.
Okay,
You got it, man.
Thank you, sir.
And have a great day. Allison Steele, you got it, WNEWFM. A lot of New Yorkers
Yeah.
in town, so as a result, the New York people get a lot of votes. Marie the K will get some. How about Peter Tripp? Put him on there. Peter Tripp, the curly-headed kid in the third row who got really burned bad, WMGM New York 1050, which then became WHN. You following all this?
Yeah, sure.
Peter Tripp, T-R-I-P-P. Got it, P-P. You can relate to that, T-R-I-P-P.
Got it.
Peter Tripp, the curly-headed kid in the third row. I used to listen to him in Rochester, MGM, 50,000 watts, 1050, had a pretty good signal, even in the late afternoon. And he used to have the countdown, and the record that broke the camel's back was Love is Strange by Mickey and Sylvia. How many times have I told this story?
About 30, man.
It was number 1 on the WMGM hit list before it was even released to the public, before it was in the record stores.
Oops.
Which, yeah.
My bad.
Which I guess their timing was a little bit off. Raised a few eyebrows. What a wicked Jack web we weave when we practice to deceive, you know? Don't forget, we got an hour and 50 minutes to go until the summer book comes out. Oh! Pressure is building. Some of the people who work on WQAM right now are probably like douching.
Absolutely.
Just to get ready for the, oh my God, for the shot in the ass that they're going to get in an hour and 49 minutes, but who's counting? Wouldn't it be great if the hour by hour was available today? I know it's not.
Oh, I know.
So you know what we should do? Let's make some up.
Okay. Let's do
we'll
our
make up the numbers.
extrapolation.
6 to 10 a.m. we had a 9 share. 6 to 10, mini 25.54.
9.
That's 18 points in the two-hour segments. Pharrell had a 17 and Mo had one.
One what?
Right out of my ass.
Weasel. Mo had one. 11 past 11 at 560 WQM. If you're looking for a great place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, here's a place that everybody from upstate New York knows about, including me, and that's Vic and Irv's from Rochester, New York. Vic and Irv's started way back in 1934, and the good news for you is now in South Florida, you can enjoy the fresh, delicious goodies that everybody loved all those years and still does at Vic and Irv's. You'll find them on Federal Highway, just south of Broward Boulevard, and the tunnel on the east side. Vic and Irv's is like a flashback in time to what restaurants were before fast food. Go in and enjoy a burger or hot dog served hot, fresh, and fast. Vic and Irv's is being brought to you in Fort Lauderdale by the same guys who feed you cheeseburger. And the good news also is that Vic and Irv's uses the same delicious, fresh, 100% ground chuck meat as cheeseburger, and offers you an incredible big fat one, a quarter-pound hot dog. What makes Vic and Irv's so different from anybody else in town is that the burgers and dogs are all served with Vic's signature meat sauce poured on top, giving you a wild, unbelievable, erotic combination of flavors in your puss. If you want something really great to try, check out the great breakfast menu at Vic and Irv's. Omelets cooked fresh to order, French toast, pancakes, all your favorite side dishes. Check out Vic and Irv's. You'll see what all the talk is about for these last 70 years nearly. Vic and Irv's on Federal Highway just south of Broward Boulevard on the tunnel on the east side. Be sure and tell them that old Rochester boy Neil Rogers sent you by to Vic and Irv's.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM. Relax.
He's a superstar in the NBA. But he went too far on a fateful day. When he called her to his suite, she was shocked as hell. He was hanging to his feet, he could ring a bell. So he ate the food, and they had a kiss. That's when things got weird. He said, look at this. And as he said, she said, as they both looked back. On the upside, she's lucky it wasn't Shaq. Can't keep it in his pants. Can't keep it in his pants. That day in Eagle, Colorado, he won the Fast Luck Lotto, but now he's changed his motto. No more hoochie coochie, no more huggy smoochy, unless it's Susan Lucci. Now Kobe knows he's got a good lawyer to beat the cheerleader, or he's through. His wife won't say a thing with her big old honking ring, or he's through.
How about George the Hound Dog Lorenz, WKBW in Buffalo? I'm really shocked that Woody Graber, who talks about Buffalo all the time, even without any shame, would pick Tommy Shannon and not George the Hound Dog Lorenz.
Who?
George Lorenz, the Hound Dog, the Hound's around.
Hiya, Pally.
From WKBW in Buffalo, legendary. Oh, somebody says Lee Gillette, rest in peace. Okay, put him on there as kind of a memory, as a, Lee Gillette. Remember Lee Gillette?
Sure.
Hiya, Pally.
Get him out of here. 5670560. We got an hour and 44 minutes to go until 1 o'clock. It's just a countdown. It's like New Year's Eve. We're counting down.
I'm not going to spell any of these names right, okay?
I don't care. Here's a fax from Jay who says, I applaud you greatly for your effort toward abandoned pet rescue. However, since it's clear that all employees and listeners at QM would rather be skinned head to toe and dipped into a bath of acid rather than have a slight fondness toward the Mo-Man, why would you be offering a portable product containing most idiotic phrases that can follow you everywhere you go? Because it's funny, that's why. People shouldn't have to pay to have this keychain. Nevertheless, I did purchase your CD strictly for the animals, but many people would rather drown a cat themselves than have Mo's voice trailing them around. See, everybody's making an excuse as to why nobody wants to come through with a cash. If you don't want the keychain or the CD, that's okay. We'll take a check made out to Abandoned Pet Rescue. $10, $100, $50, $5,000, whatever.
No, you're wrong. They're not making excuses.
What does that mean?
They're just not
doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe next year you go with a combo of the Crow and the Humper. I like Neil's pull, or I'm a homo. Thanks, says Jay.
I'm a homo?
Here's a future poll, excluding big tobacco and alcohol. Which company's trying to kill their customers the quickest? That's not too bad. I'll put that in my pile of polls, okay? I have a pile of polls over here in the corner, just on standby. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T World Series tickets and Verizon Wireless line. WQAM. Nice talking to you. WQAM.
Hello?
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Yo soy Nelson Padilla. Go Marlins.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil, good morning. What's going on?
Good morning, sir.
Hey, how about Jerry Blavitt? Did you ever hear of him as a DJ?
I heard the name, B-L-A-V-I-T, I believe.
Yeah, and Tom Lacey.
Tom Lacey?
Yeah. Hey, Neil, one quick question.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of a guy, and it's driving me crazy trying to remember his name. He's a DJ, has a talk show in California, is syndicated, and he, totally hates women, and,
Tom Likas. Tom don't like
that's
us.
the one. I've been driving me crazy.
He's a real
thinking
asshole,
about
man.
That.
Yeah,
he's
he was in Miami for about 10 minutes.
Gay.
I can't stand him.
He's a piece of crap. Okay, thanks, sir. What the hell's he got to do with this? He just wanted to know if we heard of him. Yes, we didn't.
Yeah.
We're sorry to hear about it.
He was a DJ, Tom Likas?
No, he was not. That's why I'm saying he doesn't belong anywhere. Maybe he was once upon a time. Who the hell knows and who cares? He's an idiot. I'm not going to tell that story for the 8 millionth time. Okay,
No,
he's a freaking liar. He's a bullcrap artist. He's a moron, and he's a closet queen. But other than that, he's great. He's a great
fat
talent.
pud.
Yeah, and he's got an awful black leather jacket. That's about 3 sizes too small. 5670560. So Jerry Blavitt, B-L-A-V-I-T. I guess that's a Philly guy, right? See, I don't know from Philadelphia because I never lived there. Plus, for some strange reason, I never, as a kid growing up, I never listened to any of the Philly stations that I can think of. I mean, for sports, maybe. Like WCAU? Right? What is that, 1190?
No.
Well, see, once upon a time, AM radio people knew where the hell the stations were. There was all these big 50,000 watt giants. It was a whole different ball game back then, boys and girls. WGN in Chicago, WMAQ, WLS, WCFL, the Voice of Labor. all of
CFU1
these
in
things.
Vancouver?
What?
CFUN in Vancouver? They were great.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't want any tickets, but just
Good.
a comment. No, I don't want it. Just a comment to why they're not promoting you. Hello? Maybe you should be
I'm
down
here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe you should be in Florida, not Canada, and then they'll promote you.
Yeah, maybe that might have to. Thanks for listening to the Neil Rogers Show, Keith, no matter where the hell I'm sitting. That might have something to do with it. Do you think so? No. Another cheap shot just from some sour asshole, probably a Cubs fan, okay? Maybe I don't want to be in South Florida, okay? Maybe everybody's doing just fine. In fact, when the ratings come out today, and I'm going to be sitting my ass right here in my very comfortable apartment in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, right on the shores of Lake Ontario, maybe we're still going to be number one. What do you think? How do you like that, pal? And stick it up your ass and smoke it, too.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Like women.
I was attacked by the monkey man. He went and maimed my friend Punjab. Oh no, I don't feel safe in India. Oh, I'd rather be in New York and drive a cab. Thank you, my friend. Oh, thank you, my friend.
When mailing Christmas cards or thank you notes, be sure to bundle them, marked for in-town or out-of-town delivery. This will help your post office get them to their destination sooner.
Yeah, everybody bundle this Christmas, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present WMEX's
Arnie Ginsberg Tonight Train Show, WMEX $1 Million Weekend. Live it up, baby. This weekend, where the action is. 15 WMEX, go! Hey, we're going with the Beatle Rubber Soul album. My two favorite selections are Norwegian Wood, Isn't It Good? And Michelle, Isn't She Swell? Beatle time again. And this Paul McCartney singing Michelle.
Michelle. At least he didn't step on it. Arnie Ginsberg, what do you say?
Whatever.
You don't know Arnie Woo Woo Ginsberg?
No, I mean, I've heard you mention him.
How many times?
About 30, man.
And about Adventure Car Hop in Saugus, Mass. on the way to Rockingham Park. Those are the days, baby. And people will say, well, that's 100 years ago. You know something? See, that's the bottom line. This used to be a fun business. There used to be like a lot of really talented people. You got that anymore?
No.
In fact, how many contemporary disc jockeys do we have? We got Kid Curry on there who's still on the air, and Rick Shaw who's 100 years old. Other than that, who we got on here who's still on the air, right?
Right.
In fact, that's the big thing now is, we don't have any disc jockeys.
Right, we have announcers.
Right, we don't, we play music, no disc jockeys. See, you can have a CD player and listen to a hell of a lot better selection. You can burn your own CDs or burn your own whatever you want to burn and have a lot better time in your car, wherever you are, with your own crap, huh?
Right.
If that's all you care about is the music, because they've taken the entertainment out. They've taken the personalities out. They've taken the goddamn fun out of it. You bastards, you a cheap channel on the FCC. Should all croak. WQAM. QAM. Nobody on there. We're doing Screamless, so just to relax, okay? I know it's a real shock to their system, especially after being up drunk all last night, celebrating the Marlin big victory, or being at that Panther game. How many people were at the Panther game, Scott?
About 30, man.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi. Neil, please.
Speaking.
Pardon?
Speaking.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Oh,
Me too. I'm real sorry, too. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, Pally.
I'm calling up to disagree with you. I mean, maybe he's changed over the years. Well, when I was growing up in Baltimore, WCAO AM, Channel 60, at 3 o'clock, we couldn't wait to turn Johnny Dark on, man. I mean, I'm talking about in the late 60s, early 70s,
Was that the same? There's been 100 different guys named Johnny Dark. Is that the same Johnny Dark?
Yeah, because then Wolfman Jack came on after him. And let me tell you a funny story about Johnny Dark, too. I was like 13 years old, and I called them up. It was the 13th caller wins the prize. Well, I won a free dinner for my family, and he was a guest, too. He came, The next thing, all these people showed up from some cookware company, and they came in with all these pots and pans, and they cooked a meal at my house. And my family wound up buying $150 worth of cookware from it. It was a funny story. That's anything I ever won in my life on the radio. I haven't won anything since. Johnny Dark! All right, man.
Okay, we'll put him down, but of course there's like I said, there's 8 million Johnny Darks.
Johnny Dark's an asshole.
And if it isn't the one we know, I'll guarantee you one of the Johnny Darks is probably an asshole, wouldn't you say?
They must be.
Sure, gotta be. There's just so many of them. Just law of percentages says probably somebody named Johnny Dark is a real major asshole.
Johnny Dark's an asshole.
So we can play that from now till 1 o'clock and probably be pretty safe. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Oh, not another one of these priest stories or pastor stories, damn it. Hate these things. There seem to be a lot of these in Ohio, you know it?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Dayton Daily News. A Montgomery County grand jury issued an 11-count misdemeanor indictment yesterday against the Reverend Thomas Kuhn, K-U-H-N, Kuhn, on charges of public indecency providing alcohol to minors. Kuhn, 62, former pastor of St. Henry Catholic Church in Miami Township, that's Miami, Ohio, was charged with 1 count of public indecency, 6 counts of furnishing booze to minors, and 4 counts of allowing minors to possess or consume booze on his premises. County Prosecutor Matthias Heck, Jr. said, the investigation of Kuhn isn't over, but the grand jury brought the 11 indictments yesterday to avoid any statute of limitations issues. The offenses occurred at his home in Miami Township, November 2001 and January 2002, include 5 victims, 4 male and 1 female, 18 years or younger. He has since moved to Cincinnati. And it goes on with a whole song and dance about he did this and they did that, and yeah, okay. And they had a good time. I wonder if he's kin to Mark Kuhn, the former PD at INZ. You think so?
No.
Real wimp. Remember Mark Kuhn? You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
That night we had that seminar at Paxton with that asshole Walter Sabo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I guess I did that last break early, didn't I? I'm not really sure why I did that.
I don't care.
Huh? I don't care either because we got out of the way. Now we have like a nice long one and a long segment, too.
Is
which
it one
gives
yet?
me a chance to just read this from CBS News. Ex-aide says Powell misled Americans. In other words, he's a freaking liar. The person responsible for analyzing the Iraqi weapons threat for Colin Powell says the Secretary of State misinformed Americans during his speech at the UN last winter, and he is
absolutely correct, sir.
Greg Thielman tells correspondent Scott Pelley of CBS News that at the time of Powell's speech, Iraq did not pose any imminent threat to anyone, not even its own neighbors. I think my conclusion about Powell's speech now is that it's probably one of the low points in his long distinguished service to the nation, says Thielman. Pelley's report was broadcast on 60 Minutes 2 on CBS last night, while the rest of us were watching a Marlin Cub game. Thielman also tells Pelley that he believes the decision to go to war was made first and that the intelligence was interpreted to fit that conclusion, kind of like the Warren Commission. The main problem was that the senior administration officials have what I call faith-based intelligence, says Thielman. They knew what they wanted the intelligence to show. They were really blind and deaf to any kind of countervailing information the intelligence community would produce. I'd assign some blame to the intelligence community and most of the blame to the senior administration officials. Steve Allenson and a dozen other UN inspectors in Iraq also watched Powell's speech. Various people would laugh at various times during Powell's speech because the information he was presenting was just, didn't mean anything, had no meaning, said Allenson. Pelley asked, when the Secretary of State finished the speech, you and the other inspectors turned to each other and said what? Allison responds, they have nothing. Allenson gives Pelley several examples of why he believes Iraq didn't have weapons of mass destruction. One time he was sent to find decontamination vehicles that turned out to be fire trucks. Another time a satellite spotted what they thought were trucks used for biological weapons. We were told we were going to this site to look for refrigerated trucks specifically linked to biological agents, Allenson told Pelley. We found 7 or 8 trucks. I think in total they had cobwebs in them. Some samples were taken and nothing was found. Along came a spider and sat down beside her, eating its curds and whey. How do you like that, huh?
No, I don't like curds and whey.
So like I've been telling you all along, freaking liar. It was all decided 1999, 4 years ago, up front, long ago. Ties in good with that story about how Halliburton is overcharging, is ripping off the public. You see that story on our
what
website?
A shock.
Yeah. From the Washington Post by Sue Fleming. No relation to Vic Fleming. Remember the Vic Fleming trot?
No.
A U.S. Democratic lawmaker yesterday accused Halliburton, the Texas oil services company once run by Vice President Dick Cheney, of overcharging the U.S. government for gasoline the firm imports into Iraq. What a surprise, what a shock. A bunch of thieves, a bunch of banditos stole the 2000 election, and they've taken over the whole goddamn world. Just like the Lone Ranger in reverse, like Robin Hood in reverse, stealing from the poor and giving to the rich. Halliburton subsidiary Kellogg Brown and Root has a contract with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to rebuild Iraq's oil sector, which has included importing gasoline products in short supply to the oil-rich nation. Millions of Americans want to help Iraqis, but they don't want to be fleeced by Halliburton. Representative Henry Waxman, that bald guy from California with a little mustache, told a news conference. Waxman said Army documents show that as of September 18, U.S. had paid Halliburton $300 million to import about 190 million gallons of gasoline into Iraq. Halliburton charged an average price of $1.59 per gallon, excluding the company's fee of 2 to 7%, said Waxman. He said the average wholesale cost of gasoline in that period in the Middle East was about 71 cents a gallon, a figure an oil industry source told Reuters was accurate, which meant that Halliburton was charging more than 90 cents a gallon to transport fuel into Iraq from Kuwait. When we checked with independent experts to see if this fee was reasonable, they were stunned, said Waxman, adding a reasonable transport cost would be 10 to 25 cents a gallon, especially as the U.S. military was providing security. Waxman sent a letter yesterday to the White House office of the OMB complaining that KBR was overcharging for petroleum products. So bend over again and get ready to be ahead, okay, America? Just bend over, spread your cheeks, and have a good time doing it. Hour and 26 minutes away from that magic moment. At 1 o'clock. This better not be any more priest stuff. Let's see. Here's one that says you have to go to www.560.com, QAM. It's better than the station's own website. Well, that's not saying much.
That's not saying anything.
No. It's got great historical stuff from the station, old sound bites, and pictures of all the old DJs. Probably most of them rotting. Jennifer in Miramar says you couldn't be more correct about all the phony Marlin fans. You got it, Jennifer, sweetheart, including myself. Hey, Jennifer, want some tickets?
Yes.
No chance. I'll tell you why my heart's with the Minnesota Twins being raised there, but they stuck up the joint with the despicable Yankees, so I'll root for the Marlins, and when they win, I can't wait to see Mr. Selig's face. My Twins wouldn't be any more if he had his way. Too bad the Twins and Marlins ain't in the World Series. Can you imagine his puss then? I can't even imagine his puss now. He's such a twerp. Would love tickets if your show is, would love tickets.
Mm-hmm.
If not, your show is awesome, and thanks for the laugh, said Jennifer in Miramar. I was doing so well till I got to the last sentence, wasn't I? I was just yucking it up, just reading along, singing a song, and then would love tickets. If not,
yeah.
Well, at least she still likes the show, even though I am doing it from far away, you know. Just wait till those numbers come out, man. We're going to be kicking some serious ass again today. I can feel it. I can smell it, regardless of whether I'm sitting in Amsterdam, in Mississauga, in Massapequa.
We're number one, damn it!
Like I've always said, it's just so amazing to me. Assholes who call up a talk show and then start, well, your show really blows, or your show used to be good, and they're listening. They're listening. Somebody's sitting there with a gun to their head. They're listening voluntarily of their own free freaking will. Man, oh man. Where will he be next year?
Will he be?
Did you say will he be? I know. I did that on purpose. I think I'm going to do something about him.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
just
okay.
get him nervous.
I'll help.
Oh, yeah, he's a piece of crap. Here's the poll question. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk show host, of all time? Rick Shaw, 29. Wolfman Jack, 25. Kid Curry, 12. Let's hear it for Kid Curry. You see that local impact, just like you said. Joey Reynolds, 9. Cousin Brucey, 8. Larry Lujak, 6. Dick Purton, 5. That's my choice. Murray the K, 4. Dick Biondi, 4. Scott Muni. Puny Scott Muni, 3. Allison Steele's got a pair. High Lit's got 2. Is Jeff High Lit? Bill Bailey's got 2. Jim Dunlap, 1. Joe Niagara, George the Hound Dog Lorenz each have 1. Tom Lacey, 1. No votes yet for Tommy Shannon. Tommy Shannon Show. It really blow. Peter Tripp, no, none. Lee Gillette, none. Jerry Blavitt, none. And Dave Schaefer from CKLW has none. That really pisses me off. You know what? I mean, I love Dick Purton, and I'd be lying if I said he wasn't my favorite, but I'd like to change my vote if I could, which I can't. Maybe I can just, crash my computer and start all over again. You think that's a good idea?
Eric can change your vote.
No, I don't want to change it. But Dave Schaefer ought to have, something. We don't have too many Detroit people in.
CKLW.
Yeah. Do you think I have a Dave Schaefer jingle on here? Because I got about 8 million of them.
I'll go through all of them.
Huh?
One after another. Leave long pauses.
Oh, no, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this one for our good friend Woody Graber, who used to be our good friend, except he gives us a lot of crappy tickets for concerts Then expect us to plug the crap out of it. Huh?
He gives us good tickets for concerts.
Tom
Love
Shannon, CKLW.
And then, if you didn't like that, there was always...
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Tom Shannon Show.
CKLW.
Motor
City.
How do you like that, huh? You ask and we got it, man. We got all kinds of crap. This is the only radio show in America that's got this much crap. Trust me when I tell you. In fact, it's a 4-hour show every day. People say, what do you talk about for 4 hours every day, Neil? I say, crap. Yeah. What kind of calls do you get on your show?
Crap.
Yeah. What kind of people call in?
Crap.
What do you have to give away at your appearances?
Crap.
What's Greg Reed like?
Crap.
How they treating Scott Farrell?
Crap.
Uh-huh. What's Mo Howard really like?
Crap.
You see how that comes in handy? Man, all the crap all the time.
All the crap you can unwrap.
Oh, man, Mo, you know something? He's got to have spilkies now. His kishkis have to be twisted worse than mine with my IBS, which is a lot better today, by the way. Boy, this is nasty stuff, you know what? And you want to know why I'm in this shape? I looked in the mirror. I don't know what it is before I went to bed last night.
Yeah.
I was in there brushing my teeth, and I looked in the mirror, and I was so grossed out and disgusted, and I pulled my underwear down so I could see. I don't want to see that because I can't. My eyes are not good. But just to see the other pupik, you know, the other rest of my gut, and all the cheese. You know, I'm talking about all that. Oh, all the cottage cheese fat.
Right.
And I said to myself, that is absolutely disgusting. That is nauseating. It is.
Yeah.
It's gruesome.
You need to do some sit-ups.
And I wonder why I got these kishkis aching with this irritable bowel. I think the only way to stop the irritable bowel is with a towel. And you know where you stick that?
Rectum.
20 till noon, man. An hour and 20 minutes away from that big puke-inducing moment. And you know what we're all going to do when that moment comes? We're going to take a big
crap.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. WQAM.
You're one of the millions of people who've been praying to hear the Pope singing on his own CD. Your prayers have been answered. Now, through a special arrangement with the Vatican, His Holiness is back, and he's singing better than ever on The Pope Sings.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Pope John Paul.
Yes, it's Pope John Paul II, singing songs that will lift you up and make you get down.
He's turned around and starting, play that organ music, choir boy. Play that organ music right. Play that organ music, choir boy. Lay down and boogie and play that organ music till I die. Which might be so.
The Pope Sings gives you the chance to hear the many sides of the owner of the Pope-mobile.
Owner of a Pope-mobile, much better than the owner of a stupid hat.
He's the pilot, and on this CD, he's the boss.
You should be playing bingo. You should all go be gambling at the church. Play high stakes if you want to. You're helping the poor if you lose your shirt, so come out and play bingo. Beep, 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 bingo. Be 18, please. Oh, 69. I 22. Wait a minute, cheap.
The Pope Sings is available now at a special introductory price. Get it and save yourself $5. Hurry!
And look who's on right now.
He
On
appeared
what?
earlier before Catholic cardinals to sign what is...
See, I'd like to know, as one of those people who isn't part of the Catholic masses out there, I'd like to know why the hell any of the rest of us should care about this crap.
We don't.
Speaking of crap. And the answer is we don't. Most of the world don't give a crap, including the 97% of the people in Italy who don't go to church. Remember that story I had a couple of days ago about that Italian guy? 97% of the people are onto this crap, okay? They are not involved. They don't want no part of it. This silly old man in a dress who's on the way out anyway. But there's Paula.
Gallagher is managing editor of...
There's Paula, and CNN is broadcasting live and emotional and psychotic from Rome. Can you imagine how many Getchkis are in Rome right now?
Oh, God.
How many million?
About 30, man.
Wow. All rubbing their beads together. And then, of course, the Swiss Guard. They're probably rubbing them a little bit, too. Frank, formerly of Boston, says Arnie Ginsberg was the greatest jock on Boston AM radio. He was no Melvin X. Melvin, I'll tell you that. He was on WMAX Color Radio. Arnie always claimed Sam the Shaman of Pharaohs mentioned him at the start of Wooly Bully and listen to it, and they do. They mention Arnie Ginsberg. Woo-woo! They go like that. Go to the Adventure Car Hop and say, woo-woo Arnie Ginsberg, and get free fries. Can you imagine driving up into a drive-in and say, woo-woo Arnie Ginsberg?
No, I can't.
No, you really
That
can't.
would be gay.
Even somebody as cheap as you, even somebody as cheap as Scott, who makes about 40 cents a week, and hasn't got the first installment yet, even he wouldn't, well, yeah, he probably would.
Free price sound good to me.
Yeah, you do it. He would like anything for free. In fact, now let me just ask this, since I'm not there, since I'm so far away, according to that other guy. Are you feeding this man every day or not?
Howie's is feeding the entire station every day.
All right, let's hear it for Howie's. Thank goodness for that. So at least he's getting something for free, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We can keep him alive. Just enough food to have energy to make the crank calls to his ex-wife. How's the poll coming? Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey of all time? Rickshaw 34. We got a battle. Wolfman Jack 32. Kid Scurvy's doing good, 14. I don't think I've ever heard him on, I probably did a long time ago. On Y100. I never heard him on Power. You want to know why?
Yeah, well, I know why.
Because I don't listen to it. Cousin Brucey, we got a lot of misspellings on here, and we don't really care. In fact, we're proud of it. Cousin Brucey deserves to be misspelled because he's a real asshole. 11 with a bad hairpiece.
I spelled it Rucky.
Joey Reynolds, another asshole, has got 10. Larry Lujak 7. Dick Purton 6. Allison Steele 4. Murray DeKay 4. Dick Biondi 4. A lot of dicks on this poll. Scott Muni 3. High Lit's got a pair. Jim Dunlap's got 2. Bill Bailey 2. Bill Bailey. Tommy Shannon's got 2. Probably a Fat Boy and Woody Graber. Joe Niagara 1. Dave Schaefer got a vote. Let's hear it for Dave Schaefer from CKLW. Johnny Dark's 1. We don't know which one they're voting for. George the Hound Dog Lorenz has got 1 misspelled. That's okay. Lee Gillette's got 1. Tom Lacey 1. Peter Tripp, Arnie Ginsberg, and Jerry Blavitt don't have any yet out of 143. You better get with it, you Boston people, for Arnie Ginsberg. What's wrong with you, man? We could put like 1 million on this list. We could have Bruce Bradley on there from WBZ, Jefferson K, Dave Maynard, Carl DeSuze. If we really want to make it a very important scientific poll, do we want to do that?
Yeah.
No.
Because Eric will get upset. Is he feeling a little better today?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him.
Good. Well, you know how out of sorts he usually when he's feeling good, so you can imagine now. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Don't forget, 11 minutes from now, Miguel will be in the QM van at Pino Tile and Carpet, 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano, we think. Now, he might have some stuff for you. We know he's got the Best Neil CDs. He's got the Mo Howard David keychains. And he's got some Mad Dog keychains, too.
All right.
From what I'm hearing. And for those who make a donation to Abandoned Pet Rescue, movie passes to the premiere of Radio on Saturday, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. What is that about, Radio?
It's about a football playing Mongo.
Oh, seriously, what is it about?
About a football playing Mongo.
It is?
Yes.
Well, then why is it called Radio?
That's his name.
Oh, that's the name of the Mongo?
Yes.
He ain't no Precious from Passions, I'll tell you that right now, mister.
But he's special.
56705, but he might be Precious. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. WQAM.
Yeah, hi, I wanted to talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Oh, hey, Neil.
How you doing?
Real quick on the poll. CKLW. Max Kinkle. Do you remember Max?
No.
You don't remember Max? He was on at night in
Max
the 70s?
Kinkle? Never
Max
heard of him.
Kinkle.
No.
Doesn't ring
Let
a
me
bell,
see.
huh?
Let's see if Max Kinkle's got a jingle, okay? Because
He might. He might.
He might. Let
I
me
don't
take
know.
a look.
I think he did. I'm sure he had all kinds of those sounders and everything you guys use, and
Yeah.
I definitely remember him from like about 73.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he was.
How
was
about
great.
Frank
He was on at
Brody?
night.
How about Frank Brody?
Frank Brody, CKLW.
Kerry Mitchell?
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Edwards?
Yeah,
Johnny Williams? Pat
I
St.
could
John?
pick up CKLW in eastern Pennsylvania where I grew up.
Of course.
I mean, it was what was
The
it?
Big Eight.
Like 50,000 watts?
Sure. Big 8. 800. Scott Regan.
All
And
those
have a
things,
great
yeah.
day. Have a great day. I'm not going to put any of those on there because nobody knows that. How about Charlie Van Dyke? He was in Detroit. He was big in L.A. Huh? Charlie Van Dyke. Let's get some Dykes on the poll. What do you say?
About
Dykes
time.
are in today. Let's put Charlie on there. Charlie Van Dyke. He was gigantic. He was big. In fact, if you talk real nice, I might play his jingle. If we could get Blind Mike to call in, we might play a whole bunch of jingles here just to make him happy on this momentous day when the ratings are coming out. Who am I talking about?
Charlie Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah.
And Kimba.
Now, what? Why do you say that? Are you talking about bad about Kimba Bocamper again? Or about that bitch that's on, what is she on again, Light?
I don't know.
She ought to be on heavy, not on light.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Charlie Van Dyke Show.
CKLW, the Motor City.
Oh! 11:51, 9 minutes till noon. I can't believe this show is smoking along, and that, it's just a matter of time. That clock is relentlessly moving ahead toward 1. And at that moment, there are going to be some real spastic rectal explosions.
Absolutely.
Probably in Boca.
Absolutely.
All the crap you can unwrap.
That's what he's going to drop today. And when you got the hour by hour on Monday, then you're really going to hear some
absolutely
heavy duty.
Hey, he could surprise us.
With what? With about a 3? If he breaks a 3.5 in his 2 hours in men, I'll be shocked.
You'll break wind.
I'll be amazed. I'll bend over right in front of the mic and fart with heavy duty force, taking all full consequences, even if it might be liquid or solid.
No.
Because I just can't believe it. Well, you'll never know.
That's true.
I will tell you though.
Never going to use that.
WQAM.
That's Dr. Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, how are you today?
Pretty good. How are you today, sir?
What about Patty Hayes at the Loop in Chicago? She was wonderful.
Patty Hayes?
You remember Patty Hayes?
No.
Oh, she's been around for almost 25 years.
Never heard of Patty Hayes,
She's
but
at
we'll
the
put her
Loop,
on there just to make you happy. How about Patty Murray?
There you go.
Do we want to put her on there in honor of
Sure.
WGTR? Patty Murray. Put
Rest
her on
in
there.
peace.
How about Herman McBean?
As a combo?
Well, what do you mean by that? Oh, we're not going to put any combos on here?
Oh, no, I'm just asking. Do you want
Fries
to
with
list
that?
it separate or
In fact, I hear Skip McBean. That is what he's saying now. You want fries with that? Now, let's not put them on there. Let's put Patty Murray on. She was nice.
Yes,
she was always nice to us, and then she died.
And they put a plaque on the van and changed the station a month later.
Yeah, they put a
And
plaque
sold
on the van.
it.
In honor of Patty Murray, they changed the whole format.
Oh.
5670560, pound 560 on it. What I tell you, grave robbers, that's the nature of this business, including Disney, man. Wasn't he there or was there? That was him.
Mm-hmm.
That was before Bobby Green came
Sure.
to town and screwed everything up. The unctuous, mustachioed Mike Disney. Never trust an asshole from Chicago.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
I'll bet you he's licking his wounds today, Mr. Cub fan, huh? The Cubs suck, Mike.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
They blow, they choke.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
You can hear the gagging sounds all the way across the lake.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
Did you hear that there are people
They
here
suck?
local? Yeah, that too. The fan that interfered with that play.
Yes, I sure do.
There's a local group down here that wants to bring him on down and hook him up.
Yeah, we had that. I think we put that on the website.
Oh,
I saw
sorry.
that story. They want to give him a hotel, come down, treat him right, all this other
Blueberry
crap.
enema.
Corny. The man some fans blame for Tuesday night's Cub loss because he reached out and touched the foul ball that Moishe Alou was trying to catch as a duck. How'd you like the home run that Kerry Wood hit last night, Scott?
How about that?
I mean, Marlins still won, so you don't have to get all bent up. But that was that was a bomb.
It sure
you know?
was.
It was a nice, a 3-2 pitch, a fastball right down the middle, as fat as me and Fat Rich, and he just belted it, man. He, like Joe Zagacki would say, he crushed it. It was amazing.
The man could do it all.
He can. He's good. But he, of course, his pitching last night left a little bit to be desired.
Just a little.
Anyway, this guy coaches youth baseball in the northern Chicago suburbs, Steve Bartman, 26, and Tom Brenneman is pretty pissed off that people are saying Steve Bartman's name and putting his picture on here as he was mentioning his name. Works at Hewitt Associates, an international consulting firm in Lincolnshire. He is an associate at Hewitt. He's not coming to work today, they said yesterday, because of the incident. Suzanne Zagara-Marez, a spokeswoman for Hewitt, said yesterday morning. That was the decision that Steve and Human Resources made together. We have been in contact with Steve. He's in a cave. He's under the Sears Tower, and you'll never see his ass again. In fact, he's undergoing plastic surgery at this moment. Right. The man who answered the door at the Northbrook home, where friends and a neighbor said Bartman grew up, defended him, saying he only did what came naturally when a foul ball came his way. He's a huge Cubs fan, said the man who responded to Mr. Bartman. I sure taught him well. I taught him to catch foul balls when they come near him. He declined to say no mo. See, if they would have won last night, everybody had said, hey, all's forgiven, Steve. Come on, let's party. You're invited to the celebration. We're going to the World Series. But now that they got their ass kicked and they choked and gagged again. No, seriously, if they want to string somebody up, how about their Alex Gonzalez, huh? And I say their since there are two, one side by each. Huh? That wasn't the play that broke the camel's back. It was still like 3-1. There was a runner on for whatever there were, first and second, right?
Sure.
1 out. 5 outs away from wrapping it up, and here's a perfect tailor-made double play ball to Alex Gonzalez. Anybody who ends in EZ, never trust him, George.
They're easy.
Alex Gonzalez, and he boots it, baby. He booted it. And that was the end of that. From that moment on, it was like pure crap.
It's ridiculous. You know, Bill Buckner in '86.
Right. They should lynch his ass, too. Ground ball right through his legs. That's right.
He's
They should
still
lynch
walking
Bill
around.
Buckner, Alex Gonzalez of the Cubs, and Steve Bartman, whatever his name is, all together, side by each.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
I know that guys get lots of joy when every month they get their copy of Playboy. I put pins in my eyes so my vision was gone. Woman, girls should keep their clothes on. Woman, girls should keep their clothes on. They probably have a real hairy back. Hey, look at those boobs. Talk about a discounted rack. You can't tell if they're a Jean or a John. Woman, girls should keep their clothes on. Woman, girls should keep their clothes. They all have fat fun. When the working day is done, oh God, don't be a moron. Woman, girls should keep their clothes on.
Absolutely.
12:01. Boy, we got less than an hour to go till the little hand hits the big hand and people start dropping gigantic loads.
Absolutely.
All over town, especially in Boca. You catch my drift? You catching it?
Yeah, I'm catching it.
Get a big net. It's going to be a lot to catch, I'll tell you that right now. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not a talk show host, of all time? And Wolfman Jack's got 44. Rick Shaw 40. Kid Curry 18. It's strictly like you said, a 2-horse race. How'd you know that? Is it fixed?
No.
Kid Curry 18. Cousin Brucey 12. Joey Reynolds has got 12. That's more than his entire audience when he was in IOD.
Oh.
Not even, he's got the guy with the eyes, and he's got Billy, Bibbit. Lori Lujack 7. Dick Biondi 6. Dick Purton 6. Allison Steele 5. Arnie Ginsberg. Woo-Woo's got 4. Marie Kay's got 4. Johnny Dark's got 4. Puny Scott Muni 3. And High Lit has got 3.
You're listening to the greatest grease of all time on WBZ Boston. Troop W, Westinghouse Broadcasting.
Got the rollers out of my head, I'm ready to go. Yes, it's me and I'm in love again. And my love is saying you know when. Oh, my, baby. I can't go up my 57 Tuck and Roll Chevrolet with a dual air horn, you understand, the split manifold, those silver feather skirts, those glass packs, you dig it? And I'm ready to rock and roll, and on top of that, I'm high. You high?
How could you tell?
I wish.
I played some of that yesterday. That's enough for Wolfman Jack. We don't want to give him like an edge, an advantage. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. We got $100 yet out there at the van? Well, now, why are you making sounds like
Been there
that?
for 3 minutes.
It's already 12:03, and you think they would have been lined up out there at the QM van at Pino Tile and Carpet at 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. World Series tickets. Oh, by the way, I don't think that you can, what? No, whatever I'm selling those tickets for will be face value, you know what? Isn't it illegal to charge like more than face value for tickets to a sporting event?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I don't either. In fact, I don't know anything about any tickets.
I don't know about sporting events either.
Anyway, only for those who donate today to Abandoned Pet Rescue, movie passes to the premiere of Radio on Saturday, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. We got $32,000 for Abandoned Pet Rescue going into today, and we appreciate the fact that Adam and Sales came up with that $75 yesterday to put us over 32. And that's it from inside. Duff and Adam, and that's it. And Curtis. Thanks, Curtis. How much? Curtis gave us $100, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Now, what does that tell you? Here's Curtis, who works on Mad Dog or Hank. What does he work?
Manwich.
On Manwich Show. Here's a guy that's making like $5 an hour.
Right.
That hasn't got 4 dimes to rub together. And he comes up with $100. We've got people in that building making triple digits, people stealing money out of that place who never, the heaviest thing they lift all week is maybe their unit.
Their paycheck.
Yeah, the paycheck, right, that's right. And they haven't donated a dime this year yet to Abandoned Pet Rescue. I realize it's only October 16, but what's the story here, huh?
The story is...
Yeah, that's right, they don't give a crap. That's exactly right. And there's that word again. There it is again. They don't give a good flying... Crap. Right. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Crap.
Couldn't have taken it better
Crap.
myself. So, you know, like always, this has always been the case. You know, there are people who posture and, well, you know, that Neil, he's, I'm an island. It's the Neil Rogers Island. At least where the island is back where it belongs, 10-2 as opposed to 9-1.
You're big and fat and you float.
Right, I do. Like a goddamn elephant. Great DJs, WQAM's Johnny Andrews. Never heard of him. Pittsburgh's Porky Cheswick, never heard of him, and the legend Alan Freed. Now we're talking. Let's get Alan Freed on there.
I stuck them all on there.
We got 2. You did?
No, I'm trying to work ahead.
Let's get Alan Freed out of jail and get him, put some oxygen into him, see if we can bring him back to life.
Yeah, let's get Alan Freed.
Let's get Alan Freed is right. Do not pass go. Poor Alan Freed, you know? So what's wrong with taking money to play records on the air? Let's bring it back. What do you say?
I'll do that.
In fact, we can retire in about 2 months if we can get enough.
All right.
Huh?
I'll make some calls.
Then you can bring back our old board op, because instead of money, we'll take... Yeah, like a lot of those jocks used to do. Instead of cash, they would take like... They'd take a BC powder.
Sure,
or
I
some
can
kind of powder.
resell that.
Huh?
Right here in the building, I could.
5670560. Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See, if I shut off the button that says return, then it's a whole different story. Then I have to hear your crap. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, how about Big Wilson?
Big Wilson! He was a disc jerky.
Yes, he was.
Okay, you got it, man.
All right.
Hello, Big. Goodbye, Big. Poor Big Wilson. A lot of dead people on this list. Is Murray the K still alive, do you know?
No.
I think he's dead. Should I look it up?
Whatever.
It'll only take like a half a second on here. I could probably find some audio
Time's
clips,
up.
but Huh? He's what? I just wrote Murray the K in here on my Google search. Official homepage of Murray the K. Well, biography. Well, this will sure tell you.
Sure.
WINS, Group W. Westinghouse for Boston, WBZ. He was a showbiz kid. His mother and aunt played in vaudeville. His mom as a pianist. His aunt as a performer, and Murray himself appeared as one of many child extras in several Hollywood films in the 1930s. 19 what?
About 30, man.
Wow. When real military service came along, Murray couldn't quite pull off a Section 8 discharge, wound up organizing entertainment for the troops. Yada, yada, yada. The Borscht Belt and the Catskills in the off-season, he did this and he did that, and in 1957 he did this. He's got to be dead, don't he?
You'd think.
Well, this is a long thing. His battle with cancer was a losing one. By the end of one season, he had to withdraw from soundtrack, giving up his slot to Gary Owens. Oh, why don't we have Gary Owens on our list? We must have some West Coast people on, huh?
We do now.
Gary Owens. Within a year, at the age of 60, Murray Kaufman was dead. Yet his legacy lives on through the artists whose careers he advanced, from Bobby Darin, dead, Wayne Newton to Dion and Little Anthony. Dionne Warwick. Not Dion DiMucci. The innovations he brought into music broadcasting, the thundering call of the submarine race watchers, Oy vey, abe, it says. Be gesund. There he goes, Murray the K. He's dead. Dead for like 43 years. And I'm asking, is he still alive?
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ, are we a little bit... And nobody knows. That's the best part, and nobody cares. Especially Scott. You ought to be embarrassed being from that neck of the woods.
Oh, I knew that.
You ought to be humiliated. And you knew what?
I know the area. Murray the K was before my time, but nobody said Dan Ingram.
Dan Ingram. I got some Dan Ingram stuff in here, but I'm not going to play it. I could. Should I play it? Kemosabe?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, it's going to take... Now I got to go back to that real radio thing again. This is just killing time is what it looks like to me.
That's it.
Fine with me.
Oh, good. Now, here's real radio. And then what am I looking for?
Dan Ingram.
Oh, this is working so slow now. And here's the Real Radio Top 40 repository. And all you got to do is... No, listen, the suppository, you stick it up your ass, and then you type in if this thing ever moves along. Did you... well, here, find it. Find it. I can't tell you what I wrote in there. It has something to do with Tom Welling. I don't want to tell you.
Swelling.
Oh, wait a minute. Dan Ingram. It's just clicking. Find it. It's going to go to the thing. It's very slow. What is that all about?
Alfie.
Here we look at the Dan Ingram cuts in here. My God. Holy tamale, man. You aren't going to believe this. There's more Dan Ingram cuts in here than you can shake your wick at. You want to hear just like one, maybe?
No, let's hear them all.
You want to hear them all? That'll take us till about midnight.
Yeah.
And I guarantee this one will start playing any second.
I guess everybody likes to get up at the crack of noon. I don't think I'm terribly unusual.
Sounds like Sonny Fox.
Sure does. Right? All right, get out and get that dough.
And a little you, and a little you, and a little you.
Yes, thank you. Very good indeed. 16 minutes past 6. Here's the weather forecast. Considerable cloudiness with showers or thunder showers today, becoming partly cloudy towards evening. And that means it's going to rain sometime this afternoon, probably, like coming in early, late in the morning and early in the afternoon, then clearing up. High near 80 today, going to be clear, warm, and moisty, humid tonight in the 70s. Tomorrow, sunny, hot, and 90 to 95 tomorrow, and humid, too, in the night. The outlook for Thursday, fair, more hot and humid weather. You got an 80% chance of rain today, unless it doesn't rain, and that's a 0% chance. But I don't feel like it's going to rain. But it probably will. Right now it's 69, partly cloudy. WABC degrees. WABC. A complete place in radio, the station that loves you.
All right, here's the joke.
The Fives are unbeatable at your New York, New Jersey, Fairfield County Chrysler, and Plymouth dealers. Plymouth is the official car of the New York Mets. Isn't that exciting? It's 18 past 6 right now at WABC. Oh, gonna slip away.
Filling in that morning for Herb Oscar Anderson. How do you like that? How come he's not on there?
That was great.
Wasn't that great?
I love that.
Dan Ingram. And as many times as I listened to Dan Ingram on WABC, I never realized before that he's really the same person as Sonny Fox. He just takes some of the cotton out of his nose, and then he becomes a HOA. I mean, Dan Ingram. Have we got Herb Oscar Anderson on there, please?
We do now.
Well, thank goodness for that. Hello again. Don't we have a bit about that somewhere?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh? And now that I played Dan Ingram, my whole computer just froze up. It's just going apeshit now. Can you believe that? I sure can't. I may have to reboot this damn thing. Nice going there, Dan Ingram, you piece of crap, Kimosabe. How's the Miguel doing? We got $200 yet out there at the van?
Ain't heard.
What does that mean?
I haven't gotten a call yet.
Well, you
better
better
probably
give
never
me
showed
a
up
call.
because you kept saying those erroneous things.
Like what? Like he's going to be there?
Like he's going to be there with
The
something.
QAM van is at Pinot Tile and Carpet, 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano, with the best deal merchandise, the Mad Dog Mandage keychains, the Mo Howard David keychains, all for a good cause, abandoned pet rescue. What the hell are we waiting for? I think my computer's froze up now.
He's got passes to radio.
He's got passes to radio, and he might even give you a free radio. This thing is just all screwed up now. So during the break, I'm going to have to diddle with it.
Okay.
12 minutes past noon. It's only 48 minutes away from that witching hour.
Twitching hour?
It's going to be brutal, man. It's going to be unbelievable. You'll see. We're going to have a big number in there, and then, of course, like I said, we'll have to wait till Monday. All weekend long, these people are going to be on spilkies. They're going to be foaming at the mouth. You'll see. Even the Goyim are going to have spilkies. Speaking of eating, one of the best-kept dining secrets is located in Coral Springs. The Cold Coast Seafood Grill has just celebrated their one-year anniversary, and they got 3.5 stars from the Sun Sentinel Showtime Dining Review. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill's got all kinds of great specialties like mango plum salmon, almond-crusted mahi-mahi, orange honey-glazed sea bass, and crab and shrimp-stuffed trout. There's an unbelievable bar atmosphere with an extensive wine and martini list, too. Big martinis at happy hour, only $5.50 from 4 to 7 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. You'll find the Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs, 2752 North University Drive inside the beautiful Walk Shopping Center. For reservations and more information, call 954-255-FISH. Don't forget, you can dine inside or outside, whatever you like. Large parties, private functions, welcome too. So experience the best-kept secret in lunch and dinner in South Florida, the Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs. They're at 2752 North University Drive inside the Walk Shopping Center. That's the Gold Coast Seafood Grill, where you'll find great seafood at great prices.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Oh! Sports Back Radio, WQAM.
The Cubs suck.
Sam, or won't you hop inside my company car?
No.
I got the tickers, the tax, and eating out of my hand. I'm gonna make you a radio star. I'm Walter Sabo, baby. I can do anything I want to do. I'm your consultant woman, and I'm gonna be consulting you on giving that goal, on a crap show, in a formula. I've got to bore ya. I've got the power to mold and control you. Whoa, you know I do. Well, I'll have a way to get you your own show at a station down in Hollywood. And I don't care if your ratings are low, just as long as you can stroke me good. I'm Walter Sabo, baby, and you'll do anything I want you to. I'm your consultant woman. Spread your legs when I desire you. I'm gonna bone ya and own ya. You're gonna dumb slot. Can't get a real job. That's why I'm a consultant, 'cause I'm just an asshole.
12:18 at 560 WQAM. How's Miguel doing? Got 500 yet?
120. And
yes,
you know how it's funny to suggest and imply that he might have things that he doesn't?
Right.
No, and the phone is ringing off the hook at our good friends at Pinot Tire with asshole morons asking when and how many Marlins tickets they have there.
Yeah.
Just for what it's worth.
Well, like I said, I'm not really sure that he has any.
Oh, God.
What? I heard a rumor. Here's a fax from Marty in Miami who says, "What's up, Neil? What's up? I was wondering if you're going to sell your tickets, and if so, how much?" Face value. It's against the law to sell your tickets for more than face value. It just dawned on me. And plus, I wouldn't sell them anyway. They're so precious. You see, I'm in desperate need to show my friends that I'm cool, and this social event would be perfect. I mean, really, nobody in Miami really likes the Marlins, but as long as we have nothing else to do, what the hell? Let me know about those tickets. Well, here's who's this from? Marty. Hey, Marty.
No.
That's the answer. Very short, brief.
No.
9, nay.
No.
No. Let me know about the tickets and love your show. For your poll, how about Cox on the radio? He also, oh, that's bad. Cox in a box.
Yeah.
Don Cox. Why the hell not put him on there out of respect? He just croaked for crying out loud. That's the least we can do. Put him on there, Don Cox. What about Sonny Fox? He was a DJ.
Sure.
Yeah, let's get some more of these local people on there that they know about besides this, all these other foreigners. I do remember Max Kinkle now. Is it now that somebody faxed me this thing from Billboard about how he did the Jerry Lewis telethon in 73 on Channel 50 in Detroit for muscular dystrophy, and after 20 continuous hours broke the telethon's all-time record for donations when the amount exceeded over $1 million. $1 million. We got $32,000 for abandoned pet rescue, and here Max Kinkle, even with a name like that from CKLW, raised $1 million in 20 hours on a Jerry Lewis telethon. Sonny Fox, Don Cox, who am I leaving out? Local DJs. Come on, let's get with it. Record spinners.
Of note?
Yeah, not just ordinary. How about Earl the Pearl?
Okay, there you go.
Earl the Pearl, he's a good guy. We like him. I-95. I just like the way he used to say that. I don't know what it is. He never said anything else I remember, but I-95. He just had the perfect way of saying that.
And he can still be heard on every commercial you hear at Kiss Country.
Right. He's still saying I-95. How does he come to work? On I-567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. Hey, the pressure's getting to us, baby. It's only 38.5 minutes till 1 o'clock.
Oh!
Going to be a pressure-packed 1 to 2 hour today, man. You're going to be hearing. If you smell anything strange in South Florida today, you'll know where it's coming from. It means it's downwind from Boca, from somebody's house.
Absolutely.
Who we don't want to mention on the air. Well, plus there are other people having nervous breakdowns. Every time the rating book comes out, in addition to which, in that last trend, and I realize we're losing a real good May. Keep that in mind. Or June we're losing, right? This is July. We're losing, what are we losing? We go to July.
Our minds.
No, this is August, September, October. So we're losing a really solid July. I think a 7.3. But the station, if you recall, was number 1 in men, and not just our day part. Remember that?
Correct.
Because morning had goosed up thanks to Pharrell. And afternoons, Mad Dog and a Humper have got an unbeatable combination. They're doing it on those 4 days a year when they're both working, which today is not one of them. But, so it's going to be pretty interesting. There could be like double whammy bonus on there.
That'd
right?
be a first for me.
If Mo doesn't drag us down too bad. Don't drag us down. Don't bring us down, Mo.
Hey, did I already send you this fax?
About what?
This one
About
right here? Look, I'm holding
Frank?
it up. Liz Wild and Don Cox.
No. Liz Wild?
Yeah. Speaking of local.
No, not Liz Wild.
No?
No chance. Do you want to put Liz Wilde on there?
She won't get any votes, but it'll take up
Okay,
some
put her
space.
on there just to embarrass her ugly ass.
We could
With
put
a potty
Linda
mouth.
Energy on there.
Let's put Linda Energy on there. What do you say, huh? Now, isn't that ironic that I just got through playing that the other day, which I never dreamed I would play that again. Just like the Walter Sabo thing. Because this audience don't know from...
Oh, what's that other trailer park cow that was on the air?
The what?
I can't think of her. It'll come.
Kimba.
Oh,
Kimba? Who's that moron that used to be on before me on Zeta? Or, after me. He used to do that lunch, what do you call it?
Gonzer's Grill.
Gonzer's Grill. Jeff Gonzer. Put him on there just for kicks, just for laughs. What a moron. Jeff Gonzer. He was tragic. Gonzer's Grill. He wasn't a bad guy. I'm not saying he was like evil or anything like that. He wasn't one of the evildoers in the business, but he was just a moron. Jeff guy, he was like a lemming. I'll tell you, he was a real moron. I realized it until later on, until we worked at Paxson, and he doesn't belong on the list because he wasn't a DJ. See, I don't dare to mention any names because then they wind up on the list unless I do a disclaimer. Was that Ford asshole? Not Henry.
John
Ford.
Are we putting him on there?
No! What a piece of turd. Remember those numbers? That was when Pete Bolger was busy destroying 50,000 watt WINZ before they changed it to Fox Sports with their minimal shares. When they were like destroying a once prominent station right there. I keep saying it over and over again. 940 in the middle of the dial. Wins. Great call letters, unbelievable call letters, and they changed the call letters. That was like when WXYZ in Detroit went talk and they changed it to WXYT. If there could possibly ever be a dumber move, can you imagine? You got WABC. Did they change their call letters when they went talk? No, because they're great call letters. It rolls right off your tongue, right?
Yeah.
So you don't change call letters like WABC. And then WXYZ in Detroit, legendary, 1270, baby. Lee Allen, Joey Reynolds even. Who else was on? Don Z. He put the Z in WXYZ, Don Z. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
I stuck a couple of Power 96 DJs who we like on there.
Such as?
Albie Silk and Tony the Tiger.
There you go. Albie Silk and Tony the Tiger, because our poll is or was. And all you punks out there who aren't old enough to, luckily for you, old farts like the rest of us, remember all these old, aging, dying, whatever, like Murray the K has been dead, 80 years? God. High Lit, he's probably dead. Joey Reynolds, well, might as well. Most of these people are alive. What about Scott Muni? He's still around. Puny Scott Muni. Patty Murray is dead. Damn it.
Yes.
Lee Gillette has gone to that big broadcast booth in the sky. I bet you Dave Schaefer's still around. CKLW. See, no matter where you lived, you got that. And then the interesting part of it is that right next to it, there is a station in Bonaire. You know where Bonaire is?
No.
It's just north of Caracas, Venezuela. It's a little island in the Netherlands Antilles. Bonaire. 810, and it's about 5 billion watts, because like Fidel, they don't pay attention to international broadcast law. And it used to, some nights, depending on where you were, drown out CKLW. It's all religion. It's paid religion.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Bonaire. See, a little piece of trivia for you there. How do you like that? Once upon a time when I was a young man, about 80 years ago, I could go up and down a whole AM band for you, just off the top of my head, and tell you the prominent station on every frequency on a radio. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like 1180 was WHAM in Rochester, 1190 was WCAU in Philadelphia, I think, or was that the WOWO in Fort Wayne? Maybe 1210 was CAU. See how they have lost it all? The important stuff, like Gordon Fraser Jr., that I remember, and Harold Fisher and Sandy Fisher and Frank Todd Jr. But the really meaningful stuff, like about the business that I'm in, I couldn't begin to tell you. Didn't you ever listen to any of those stations?
No.
Like 1,000. You had 1,000 was CFL, 1010 was Winds New York, and also CFRB Toronto. 1020 was KDK in Pittsburgh. WBZ was 1030, and right up on down the line. See what I'm saying?
No, it was in the Northwest.
Well, you know. 1170 was WWVA in Wheeling, West Virginia, which when KDKA wasn't coming in real good by me in Rochester, wherever the hell I was, then you'd tune over to 1170 and WVA would have the Pirate Game and Bob Prince. Follow?
No.
Good. 27 past noon. We're only 33 minutes away from the countdown, boys. Hey, if you're on a low-carb diet, like just about everybody these days, here's a great store you're going to love to do your shopping in, Delights of West Boca. Now, you can go into your supermarket and get all the meat and cheese and seafood and things like that for your Atkins or other low-carb diets. But where are you going to get your snacks? Where are you going to get things to keep you satisfied and happy and things with some taste to keep you on a straight and narrow path? And here's the answer. Delights of West Boca. They've got over 1,000 low-carb products like bagels, breads, cheesecakes, muffins, brownies, chocolates, pasta, sauces, chips, dips, soups, ketchups, that great Carbolite ice cream, and lots more. And don't forget to try the new good stuff, Champion Light drinks in 5 delicious flavors, Southern Delight chocolate chip cookies, Carbolite candy-coated chocolate-covered peanuts, apple cinnamon granola by Carb Sense, and lots more. And as always at Delights, you can try anything in the store before you buy it, and they have all the Atkins products on sale all day, every day, even on Simchas Torah. They're open every day, 7 days a week from 10 to 10 at Delights, and you'll find them on the northeast corner of Glades and 441 next to Boston Market. You can call them toll-free at 1-877-LOWCARB, low carb, or on the web it's lowcarb.com. Don't forget, Delights of West Boca is your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Come in and lay down on my couch.
The Cubs suck.
Hi, this is Arnold. And many people say that I should not be governor of California because I cannot pronounce California. I would like to drive my fist up their ass and pull out their intestines. Now I will prove I'm from California by singing now. I wish they all could be California girls. California girls. I wish they all could be California girls. Yeah. Now vote for Arnold, or I'll rip off your head and ram it down your neck. I sing now. Barbara, Barbara, rolling und rocken und rolling und rocken. Yeah, only someone from California could sing the Beach Boys as well as Arnold. Vote for me. I'm a f***ing Kennedy.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Just as I started playing, I guess it was on there, the meeting of the minds, and I use those terms loosely, Arnold and El Presidente, and they just switched from that right over to the Pope.
Oh, they're
there.
there.
Doesn't look a day under 125.
5 years ago.
Here we go.
I never imagined in my wildest dreams.
Neither did we.
That I will be standing in front of you here as the governor-elect of California.
California.
And you know what? He looks way smarter than this.
Introducing the President of the United States.
Get out of here, Arnold, and take your buddy with you. Here's a spy report. It says, well, in the car last night, I flipped over to Phil's show. Phil.
Are you sure?
And heard him talking about the Chinese. He then said, how could they put a man in space? They haven't even perfected the Mo Howard haircut. He then sheepishly giggled and went to commercial. Could he be listening?
I'm listening.
How do you like that?
Oh, I'm sure he was talking about the Three Stooges, Mo Howard.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Oh, my God. How could he be out there listening?
I'm listening.
To this show, because I'm tired and old and whatever else, although I used to be the best in the business until I'm, you know how that all goes with Phil, don't you?
Okay.
Until he became a right-wing asshole. At any rate,
I'm listening.
Only 26 minutes away from the big moment of 1 o'clock. And, of course, people are wondering what the hell's going to happen at 1 o'clock. Big, heavy-duty stuff, man. You'll smell it. So what's the story with Miguel out there? We got an update. We had $120.
I was off taking a pee, so he might have called during the break.
The phone is ringing off the hook over there. He doesn't have a whole bunch of those World Series tickets, okay?
He doesn't have any.
I said he doesn't have a whole bunch, more than maybe.
About 30, man.
Okay, so if you get over there right away and ask him, he got any World Series tickets? He'll probably look at you real exasperated and pissed off and probably hate me like poison. So, but at least we're getting some people, or at least we're generating some interest. Don't you understand?
Yeah.
There's a method in my meanness, in my madness. Get it?
I do.
I mean, $120, that was like 15 minutes ago. That's pretty good the way things have been going. It's been a real drag, man. When in doubt, we got to drag it out.
This is better than sex.
And the money, too. So get over there. He's at Pino Tile and Carpet at 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano with our best deal merchandise for abandoned pet rescue. And, of course, who the hell are we to talk about the public out there when we got our own problems inside the building with cheap people that don't want to bring in a check or cash or like a bunch of tickets we could raffle off, anything like that.
Marbles, rubber bands.
Anything, we'll take it. If we can peddle it and get some cash for it for abandoned pet rescue, we'll take it. But we got a lot of cheap people other than Curtis and Muff, and that's it. And Adam. That's it. Out of a staff of about 200. We got 3 people so far that have come to our help with a helping hand. WQAM.
This is boring.
Well, good. Then don't listen to it. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, pal.
You have to get in my vote for my favorite all-time DJ. Would be Jackson Armstrong.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear him?
I heard the name. Where the hell was he?
He was on Chum in Toronto, WPOP Hartford.
Oh, yeah.
Q13. Maybe I could shed some light on your 96X. WCJX was just 6 months. It was when they came back from their 5-year license suspension.
Oh, I see.
WMJX is the one that lost their license for
WMYQ.
MYQ, they took over from MYQ when Y100 was beating their butt. All right, Neil.
Okay, thanks. Do you have any idea what he just said?
No.
No. He said WMIQ, WMXJ. Well, WMXJ is Magic 102.7. You following any of this?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not. Wolfman Jack's got 59 votes. Rick Shaw, 47. Ricky Ticky. That's like more than one for each year he's been in the market. Pretty lame, 47. He can do better than that. Kid Curry, 23. Joey Reynolds, 15. Shows you we got a lot of people either from Buffalo who like to bowl a lot and wear white socks, or they got bad taste.
That's a freak vote.
What?
They're freeping that.
No, they're not. It's not a free vote. That's his buddies. Don't you understand? He had 15 listeners. They've all voted. Cousin Brucey, 14. Larry Lujak, 10. Dick Purton, 8. Dick Biondi, 8. So there's 16 people like Dick. You got Allison Steele, 6. Highlit, 5. Scott Muni, 5. Murray K, 5. Arnie Woo-Woo Ginsburg, 5. Johnny Dark, 5. And again, see, and we're not specifying. I mean, how do you, specify? We could have said our Johnny Dark, as in
Johnny Dark,
and they would have known what Johnny Dark.
Johnny Dark.
But we don't know, and we don't care, because it's only 5 votes anyway. Sonny Box got 4. Patty Murray, 3. Jim Dunlap, 3. Bill Bailey, 2. Tom Shannon, 2. Jerry Blavitt, 2. George Lorenz, a pair. Don Cox is up to 2 now. Ain't that something? He just went on there only moments ago. He's got a pair.
His party.
Tom Lacey, 1. Gary Owens has got 1. Dave Schaefer, 1. Herb Oscar Anderson, 1. Joan Agro, 1. Lee Gillette, 1. Liz Wild's got 1. That's pathetic. Al B. Silk, 1. 1 for Big Wilson. No votes for a whole bunch of people. Peter Tripp, Charlie Van Dyke, Alan Freed, Porky Cheswick. Oh. Is he kin to Mr. Cheswick, you think?
The same one.
You think he wants his cigarettes? Porky Cheswick, Johnny Andrews, Earl the Pearl, Linda Energy, Kimba, Jeff Gonzer, and Tony the Tiger have the big... Oh, speaking of that, the big... Oh! Will be in for Mad Dog today. Now, wait a minute. On my corrected schedule here, it still says Jim Mandich 2 to 4. That shows you what Clarence knows. Now, have we had another change? A change of a change?
No.
Meaning what?
It's still the big O.
It's still the big... Oh, what bad news. So we apologize profusely to the entire staff and management at WQAM. Not only that the Mad Dog ain't here today, but that the big is going to be filling in. Pretty sad. WQAM.
Hey, I just picked up my Jim Menace keychain and my 2 World Series tickets.
All right. Excellent.
He's only got like 10 left.
Sounds to me like you're in, man, for a great week.
Style on Atlantic
Have a great time, Pally.
Thanks, Neil.
Okay. He's probably only got about a dozen left. Poor Miguel. He's over there at Pino Tile and Carpet, 21 West Atlantic Boulevard. He's only there till 2 o'clock, so you better get over there real fast. You better hurry. You're going to lose out, man, on a golden opportunity. What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing.
These people want their freaking tickets, man. They want those World Series tickets. They're all Marlin fans now. If you could open up that whole stadium and just let people, they'd be lined up from the stadium all the way to the radio station there. In fact, that's a good idea. I just had a great idea. They can pick up their tickets at the radio station and then just head up the Ives Dairy Road, go right to the ballpark.
That's right.
How's that sound?
Ask Freaky Gay Carlos.
So when the
where
big
do you want to sit?
comes on today between 2 and 4, now he didn't have a lot. How many tickets he got?
About 30, man.
When a big O comes on, if you're real, what?
Nothing.
Well, you got some time
Scott's
if you
making a funny face.
if you start walking after you get the tickets, okay? Because the games aren't until next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at PP Park. The first games are Saturday and Sunday in Boston. I mean in New York, wherever the hell they're going to play. And then you got a day off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at PP Park. And you know how close we are to the stadium.
Sure.
You could go bowling out there. You could roll bowling ball from where we sit in that station, or from where you sit. Thankfully,
it's a downwind P from right here.
It's just downwind. Mo could drop a big one. He could be picking dingleberries, and we're so close to the stadium they could whiff it. They could smell it. In fact, just like today, and like I said before, anything that happens at 105, all over Palm Beach County especially, and northern Broward, look out. It's not going to be a pretty sight. Sad old man sitting out in the goddamn lawn chair, just like Sarah Goldfarb. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it from here.
1241 at 560 WQAM. If you're underpaid, overworked, underappreciated, to make a long story short, if your job sucks and you're not making any money, here's the answer. Get yourself some training. Get a real career by calling Fast Train toll-free. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They can have you trained and certified before year's end. And don't forget, the demand for computer professionals is where it's at. It continues to grow, so there's no better time than right now to get you a new high-paying computer career. Fast Train offers job placement assistance, convenient day, evening, weekend schedules, and with 6 Florida locations, including 4 right in South Florida, there is bound to be a Fast Train close by you. Fast Train offers financial assistance for people who qualify, too. So pick up that phone and make a call that'll change your life forever. Instead of working for peanuts and for a real schmuck, get a real job and start making a big fat paycheck. Call Fast Train today. No excuse to stay in a dead-end job no more. Check them out on the web at fasttrain.com and then make that call, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Dope! The pump stop. The pump stop. He's a groovy head. The pump stop. The pump stop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God is higher, masculine, facing higher back. Popes in Rome get stoned on grass. Jesus freaks out back. Oh! Jesus Christ is super hippie, never shut up junk. Popes in Rome get stoned alone. Priests in church get drunk. The Pope smokes dope. God give him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes to smoke a ass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy head. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now taking Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill forgot to take a pill, now she's got a daughter. Taking pills is not a joke for a groovy pope. Birth control can be a toke of marijuana smoke. The Pope smokes dope. Guy gave him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes to smoke a man. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy head. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Pope is getting higher. 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 The Pope smokes dope. God gave him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes to smoke an ass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy head. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Cha-cha-cha.
Well, the Pope says God is aware of my human frailty, so as a result, his homily is being read for him, because he be ill. You know who was the longest-serving Pope? I just saw it on CNN, so it might be true.
I give up.
The first Pope, St. Peter. How do you like that? Yeah, old St. Peter. He was in there for a long time.
Oh!
5670560. Can you believe it's only 13 till 1?
240.
No, it's 13 till 1. 1248. $240. That's not too good. Especially considering all them damn World Series tickets.
Yeah, and the riot.
$240 out there at Pino Tile and Carpet. The lovely Miguel is there waiting for you, and he might have a surprise for you. You never know. 21. That wouldn't surprise me. 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano, man. And only for those who donate to our Best Deal for Abandoned Pet Rescue. Movie pass to the premiere of Radio this Saturday, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. So 240. We might do $500, huh? 600.
Yeah, okay. 500 sounds good.
You don't sound too optimistic.
Whatever.
Well, you better get those damn tickets while they last. Let's see. Gonzer is now programming a satellite classic rock format, and it's got a website here. When did Lee Gillette die? A couple of years ago. Scott Levison stuck in Pinellas Park. Oh, thanks, Scott. That's the guy's name. I don't usually read people's last names, but anyway, they won't find him. He's in Pinellas Park. He's the one who probably pulled a switch on that rod the other day. The evildoer faxes and says, from the worthless file, I think I remember reading that in 1963, Dick Biondi, Casey Kasem, Bob Eubanks, and Gary Owens all worked at KRLA. Pretty good lineup, says the Evil Meister. Thank you, Evil Meister. And here's another fax that says, oh, where do I start? What a cast of characters on QM. Bunch of boring assholes. How do you like this? Well, if you find them boring, don't listen to them. Wissam, whatever your name is. Kaxahoys. Not to pick on Eddie K, because he sounds like a nice guy, but he's so boring. And according to him, the Marlins are going to win the World Series if the sun shines at a 45-degree angle from the west and the temperature is less than 75 for 5 minutes. His gambling talk is terminal. Joe Costello, oh my God, it says. I never thought I would say this, but this guy's more boring than George if you think that's possible. Yes, we do. And the big... Oh! What an asshole, it says. He thinks he knows everything, and he is not you. He is almost as boring as Joe Costello. Fat, ugly, and boring. How do they know what the big O looks like?
They stalk him.
Oh. Well, they're right. He's a good guy, though, but he's fat, ugly, and boring. This leaves me with Howard David, the true definition of pompous asshole who likes to suck. Oh, I almost got sucked into reading that, what it says here. It says, it's only Jay Fiedler's, though, okay? Don't feel bad. Wissam. Howard, Jim Mandich hates you like poison, and it's signed, phony facts from the Mad Dog. But we know that's already true, don't we?
Yes.
All right.
No doubt about it.
567-0560, pound 560.
Absolutely.
On the AT&T and Verizon line. We're just 10 minutes away from that magical moment when the little hand is going to hit the big hand. And we get that big 1 to 2 hour, it's going to be humongous. Wolfman Jack 61, favorite disc jockey of all time. Rickshaw 49, Kid Curry 24. And he said, Anna still got a huge ass. Joey Reynolds and Cousin Brucey 15. Oh, you know what? That's a great pairing. That's a match made in purgatory, side by each. Larry Lujak 11, Dick Biondi 10. Just changing again. Murray the K's got 8, Dick Purton 8, and Johnny Dark's got 6, Harlot 6, and that's it. When I get down to 5, 6, small potatoes, right?
Small potatoes.
WQAM, hello.
Roby Young.
Roby Young is good.
I think that was him.
That was him calling from the other side, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
That was Roby, calling from a phone booth.
Is there an E on the end of Young?
Yes. Y-O-N-G-E.
Young.
Why, no U, just an E. Hey, Roby, have another one.
I already wrote it with a U.
WQAM.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is this George?
Yeah.
I'm just calling for some information. Yesterday, Neil was reading an article about the sex and health.
Yeah.
Like that. Could you tell me where it or the name of the article?
Forbes magazine. This month's Forbes magazine.
Is it online?
Yeah, Forbes.com.
And the title of the article?
Title of the article is I have no idea. Get busy. Start doing it right now. Your prostate will be real healthy, okay? Bop, 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 beep, beep, beep. Hey, don't forget about those tickets out there at Pino Tile and Carpet. Doesn't he have tickets? For radio?
Yes. Tickets for radio.
You could call them passes, but that's no fun. Oh, here's unbelievably chronic faxer Bill. I mean, just out of control. A couple of weeks ago, I came by the radio station to pick up a pair of Marlin tickets that I won on a Jim Mandich show. See what I mean? Marlin tickets. The game was great. I appreciate the free tickets, but I have one question. What the hell is that thing? Oh, this is a good fax. What is that thing working behind the desk on the third floor? On the third floor?
You turd.
It had a Power 96 t-shirt on, a goatee that was so long it was braided. It asked me for my ID, and I was afraid to let it know my home address. Oh, don't give me your home address.
Your homo address.
Does it work there all the time, or is it a temp from an agency that apparently doesn't care what it ships out? Still freaked out by the freak, says Bill. Well,
No,
Bill,
it's a
I hate to break
permanent.
the news to you, but that's Greg Reed's idea of a receptionist, okay? That's why, they talk about putting your best foot forward. At QM, we want to put our worst foot forward and maybe up your ass.
Rectum.
So that's it.
It's quite the wheel of fortune when you come visit us, because it could be the beautiful Noslin.
Yeah.
Or it.
Noslin's nice. She's attractive. She's friendly. She's very nice. She's a sweetheart. But most of the time, the it is sitting out there. Now, that's not the first it that we encountered at QM. We also had another it.
It never
The
showed
thing.
up.
No, he wasn't the it. He was the
The
thing.
thing, yeah.
With a smelly old suit that was from, what was the thing about where they were sitting in the attic? What the hell was that? Where Ethan Hawke was in a movie?
I don't know. Flowers in the attic.
No, you know what I'm talking about. When they had the
Diary
cobwebs
of
in
Anne
the attic.
Frank.
No, when they had the cobwebs and the old spinster was in the attic. Great Expectorations, that was it.
All right.
That's what they had in that pizza joint. Great Expectorations.
Little
on the
British
salad.
butt plug baseball cap. Blazer
And
with a crest on
this
it.
freako, this thing came by and applied for a job, and they actually hired him. They hired it. And when I called him the thing on the air, he was on his way. I guess he was actually on his way to work that morning, wasn't he? Isn't that the way the story goes?
Ready to welcome him.
And he turned around and went back home, for which I'm eternally grateful. Okay, we got enough freaks and fruitcakes in that building without the thing. We got it, and we had the thing. And then we got Screw Ann, and we got Phyllis. We got a lot of interesting people in that building. No more Petey Lenny, though, thank God. Quick call into the show, Petey. We hate you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. QAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Good.
Hi. I wanted to tell you one of my favorite DJs was
Sure,
Charlie
Mike.
Murdoch.
Who was it? Charlie Murdoch.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Hey,
What?
I wanted to hear some jingles.
Will you stop picking on poor blind Mike?
He doesn't like to be called that.
That's why I said it. Will you stop picking on poor blind Mike? Wance. Charlie Murdoch. That's a good choice. The first phone call I ever took in Miami, I was doing weekends in WIOD following Russ Oasis, a real asshole, playing music, spinning records.
Are we putting him on there?
Who?
Russ
You can
Oasis.
put him on there. I don't care. He doesn't care. He's got millions. What does he care? And then the phone rang, and I was sitting there spinning a Barry Manilow record, I believe. I'm ashamed to admit. And I pick up the phone, WIOD. You ever work with, you sound just like, I forget who the hell it was.
Gilbert?
Just like Johnny Murdoch. And it was Blind Mike. Is that
Blind
incredible? You know
Mike.
how many years ago that is?
About 30, man.
Pretty damn near. Pretty damn close. I would say that was before I came to KAT. That was my first episode filling in on IOD back in the Jim Gallant days. And what was the other guy from Kansas City, that asshole? The general manager, and Jim Gallant was the PD, and they took me to the Playboy Club for a dinner one night to interview me, to see if they wanted to hire me. Oh, Bunny Barbara. Jim Gallant acted like he never saw a broad before in his life, like he never saw a boob. He never certainly came anywhere near one of those SSY deals, and he just was a total asshole, made a clown out of himself. Now, if you were going to hire me, wouldn't you take me like to the Playboy Club?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they know about
Get
you?
those nasty bitches away from me, you idiots, okay? Jim Gallant and Joe Abernathy, that was the Kansas City Mafia that Cox Broadcasting hired to run IOD in those days. The great entertainers. Boy, I tell you, it's 100 years ago, and it's still a crap market. It's 12:56 now. You do understand what's going to happen when we come back from the break, don't you? That's it.
The magic moment.
I don't want you to get nervous, Mo, because
Absolutely.
a lot of heavy-duty crap
Absolutely.
is coming down
Absolutely.
any second.
Absolutely.
And when it does, you're going to be the one to have to answer for Santino.
Load the paper up. In fact, you're saying
Sports Radio 560.
it's full.
WQAM.
Neil Rogers, 1 to 2 hour. But it's no Bud Davis, baby.
Well, I hate what they're doing on QAM. Putting that faggot back on again.
Yeah.
I want what they had before. He's not my kind of guy. What the hell are they doing anyway? With the manly sounding guy who's really gay. I want more of Chris Moore, cause the voice is real high. When I listen to the sports, a manly voice won't get my attention. But will really get me stiff in the shorts. A squeaky high voice will give me an erection. Well, I hate what they're doing on QAM. Putting that faggot back on again. I'm going to miss hearing straight men with voices this high. Now I'll have to get deeper in the closet again so I can impress all the macho press. Check out Chris Moore at night to help me fantasize. Yeah, there ain't nothing like having macho sports guys whose voices haven't cracked since they were 12 years old. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, stand up real close to the radio and press it on and get their voices on up there. It really makes my balls tingle, this. And that Crow, man, well, he's smarter than my inbred brother. Yup. We're number one, damn it!
102 at 560 WQAM. I just played that just for practice, you know?
We're number one, damn it!
Have they come running in there with any numbers yet?
No, not yet.
Well, why not?
I guess it hasn't happened yet.
We've got everybody pumped up about this, and everybody is hanging on the edge of the radio, including certain people who work in the building.
Absolutely.
All right, like having spilkies right now over this. See that? My irritable bowel's acting up again. I'm so nervous about these numbers. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey, not talk show host, of all time? Wolfman Jack, 62. Rick Shaw, 53. Giving him a run for his money if he'd clean that cap. I bet he could beat him. Kid Curry, 24. Cousin Brucey, 16. Joey Reynolds and Larry Lujak, 15. That's disrespectful. Larry Lujak's embarrassed. Dick Biondi, 10. Marita K, 10. Dick Purton, 8. Heilitz got 6, and it's downhill from there. Pretty lame on the local yokels like Russ Oasis, none. Roby Young, none.
Oh, they just went on there.
What about your good friend L.B. Silk? What's he be doing? Has he got anything?
Let's see.
He's got a pair. He's got 3. Bill Wilson's got a pair. See, even the dead people are doing better than most of our living people. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Let's get some more names on this list so more people can have somebody to vote for. WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Who's this, George?
Yeah.
Listen, the Porky Chedwick thing is actually, he was an invention of Dave Schaefer at CKLW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like the Baba Lou, what is the thing that Howard does? Baba
Booey.
It's the same thing as that. He was Porky Chedwick. He was a phony talk show caller.
So it was like Arnie Warren had that Remus or Rufus or whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, and why in the name of Christ did Joey Reynolds find 15 people to vote for him?
Paid him.
All right, bye.
Thanks. 567. So Dave Schaefer should get another vote there because there ain't no such person now. Who was it that he said to cross off of there?
Cheswick.
Mr. Cheswick. He did find his cigarettes. We're glad to see that. Did he just die here a few months ago?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Absolutely. The guy that played Mr. Cheswick in Cuckoo's Nest died. What?
A few months ago or something.
Absolutely. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. I can't believe it's 104 already, and they're not like racing in there.
I know.
Where's Clarence?
They're supposed to be coming into Duff's office too, so they don't even have to schlep across the building.
Yeah, well, where the hell is Duff, huh? Is he out getting some? Is that the problem? Is Duff trying to get his life straightened out a little bit?
Duff, get off this instant.
You clown, you silly person, you. He's working on it. Maybe he's got his finger in it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. WQAM. QAM.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you my disc jockey.
Who is it?
William B. Williams.
William B. Williams, WNEW.
Right, you got it.
Got it. Thanks, Pally.
You're welcome. Bye.
William B. Williams. That's for us old farts, WNEW AM in New York. How do you like that, Scott, huh?
I remember.
No, you don't. You do?
Yes, I do.
The Magic Ballroom or something like that was his show. What was the name of the show?
The Make-Believe Ballroom.
The Make-Believe Ballroom. I bet you nobody is going to call in J.P. McCarthy from WJR in Detroit, so let's put him on there, okay? Not that he was a good disc jockey, because he had just a great voice, as smooth as butter.
Hey, you want these 12-plus numbers? Because those are the first ones.
I want whatever you got, mister.
Right.
I want those now. You got numbers now? Let's hear it. You got numbers, baby.
Except I didn't hear what you just said.
I said J.P. McCarthy.
All right.
WJR Detroit. Here we go. George is sticking it in there, baby. And the number 2. He's sticking a number in there. Oh! All right. Now these are 12 plus?
There we go. Yeah.
That what you just said. They're on their way.
We're number 1, damn it!
I don't know that for a fact, but I have a premonition that says...
We're number 1, damn it!
And of course I'm not saying which day part, so I'm like covering my ass.
Right.
J.P. McCarthy, William B. Williams, Charlie Murdoch. It was really a treat hearing from my friend Blind Mike today, you know what?
It's always special.
It's always a special moment. I always think, my. What a great day this is. WQAM.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right. Am I on the air yet?
What is it?
Am I on the air yet?
Sounds just like you, but are you on a speakerphone?
Oh, no. I just have you up in the other room.
Okay.
But anyway, the Marlins are going to win against the Yankees.
Right.
And then after that, the owner's going to sell them like he did when they won against the Yankees last time. Right?
But it was a different owner.
Right, but this
and they didn't win against the Yankees last time. It was against the Cleveland Indians. So brush up on your baseball trivia, okay? 1997, was that the Yankees? No, it was not. 5-6, and by the way, that pitcher for the Indians who lost the game, what the hell's that guy who keeps gaining more and more weight? Who used to play for the Indians? See, Scott, you're supposed to know these things. You're supposed to be right on top of it.
Charles Nagy?
No, not Charles Nagy, okay? Although there used to be a guy named Steve Nagy who was a bowler. Remember championship bowling with Buzz Fazio?
No.
And Thurman Gibson and Eddie Kowalik? Of course you don't. See, you don't know. And there you go, Fred Wolf. You see the way this works, George?
What?
Fred Wolf, WXYZ Detroit. Put him on there, Fred Wolf. It's just unbelievable to me because he used to be the host of championship bowling in Detroit on WXYZ TV, Channel 7. Okay, here comes some numbers. Now, this is interesting. These are like a little on the cockeyed side, a little caca. WLYF. Oh, this doesn't bode too well when life is number 1 in persons 12 plus. Slush, Light FM in the summertime, 6.5. Does anybody believe it?
No.
No.
400.
Must have been a lot of people going to the doctor. Huh?
400.
400 what?
Dollars.
Listeners? Oh, we got $400 and almost an hour to go out there with Miguel. He's at Pino Tile and Carpet, 2101 Western Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. Get by there fast. Bring some cash for abandoned pet rescue. WIOD. Now, where the hell is QAM on here? Are we still on here? Oh, look at that! George?
I didn't look. I just stuck everything right in the fax
Look
machine,
at
so you'll
that.
have to tell me.
This is 12 plus in the afternoon. We went from 2.3 from number 20 to 3.1. That's the Humper. Nice going, Humper. And he's actually working today. Why are you sending me? I mean, you're sending me whatever you got, right?
I just stuck the stack in the fax.
So how are they looking? Who's bringing these into you?
Josh.
Josh, and is
Cordis.
he looking pleased, displeased?
Josh Cordis is bringing them in.
Oh, Josh Cordis. Well, what the hell does he know? He's a good guy, but he knows nothing.
Oh, no, he doesn't want to know.
WIOD. Oh, look at this. Midday, not too good. 12 plus. 3.4 to 3.5. So about flat. About
Okay.
flat. Well, if we can stay about flat and 12 plus, we're not doing too bad.
We'll be
what
number
about
one.
IOD here? 4.9 to a 4.5. So they went down a little bit. We went up, what did I say? 10th of a point and 12 plus. Okay, that bodes okay.
Uh-huh, that's a good
So
omen.
where did we have the big increase? The Humper. The Humper had the big increase in, how do you like that?
That was funny.
So all of these are going to have to come in now, 10 to 3. How about, let's see. I mean, this is really pretty useless. I mean, I didn't want them. You asked and I said yes. Can I start stapling this together now? I'm pretty organized. You'd be amazed. There you go. There's the 3 to 7s. Here's the 10 to 3s. You want to know who's number 1 in midday and 12 plus? Life. 7.7. Life. Slush. The music of somebody else's life and hopefully not yours. Boring. Terminal. Life. CMQ FM from a 5.4 to a 5.0. Gloves 94. That's where the chigger in the woodpile is. Love 94 went from a tie for 8th to number tied for 2nd with a 5.0. See how this works?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, IOD went down a little bit. Wait till you see talking about going down a little bit in the middays. IOD even on 12 plus. Wait till you see after the fall. Yeah. Wow. Talk about a little slippage. Pop another one, Rush. Now, 6 to 10 a.m. This should tell us something, shouldn't it? Something. Hot 105 is number 1 in 12 plus. That's the whole audience. Hot 105. How is that possible? What have they got on? Tom, what's his name? The spastic traveling man? The DJ from Chicago. Tom, that's Schwarzer.
Oh, the traveling jock, the fly
Right.
jock,
The
Tom
hardest
Joyner.
working Tom Joyner. Anybody want to join him? No.
We're sticking him on there?
Sticking him on where? No, not on the poll. I'm looking at the ratings here, you clown.
He's the hardest
Screw
working
him,
jock
he
in the
sucks.
show business.
All right, put him on there. I don't care. Tom Joyner.
No, I can only do so many things at once.
All right. Hot 105 is number 1,
these
if
are
you
all
believe that,
mixed
in the
up.
morning at 12 plus. WAMR Radio Almore is number 2, down considerably. So this is not quite as heavy as a Schro and Spo book as usual. That might be good. Radio Mambi is number 4 behind Life. Big. Howard Sperm in the morning, 12 plus, 4645, about the same. EDR 45 went up. Radio Ritmo went down precipitously. Magic went up a little bit, half a point. Power, WIOD, 2.8 to a 3.5. That don't look too good, Mo. That don't look good, no Mo. Where the hell is QAM already? 1.9
This
to a
is the book we're
2.4.
getting all these categories. You don't want me to fax you persons 18 to 34, do you?
Whatever you got, bring it along, okay?
All
Bring it
righty.
on. I can handle it. It'll kill a whole hour. Bring it.
Bring
QAM 1.9 to a 2.4, 23rd to a tie for 18th. But again, this is 12 plus. Includes all the old farts, all the punk teenagers, all these people who don't know from QAM. Who wouldn't know an AM radio if you stuffed it up their ass? How about, let's take a look at RFX. Oh, they're making a move, man. 12 plus in the morning, WRFX, Fox Sports from a 0.3 in the spring book to a 0.6 in the summer book. Aren't we nervous about that?
Nah.
So the Humper and the Mad Dog there in the afternoon had a gigantic 12 plus goose. They goosed it.
I'm getting these a little out of sorts.
That just, listen, I can handle it. I've already got the first 3 segments already faxed together nice and neat.
Just warning you.
Everything's a real treat. Oh, I know, it's going to be spastic. Look who's bringing them into you. Mr. Spastic, okay? If you look up spastic in the dictionary, there's Clarence's picture right there.
Not
There's
Clarence.
Who?
Josh Cordis.
Oh, like I said, the lovely Josh Cordis. Don't be picking on my buddy Josh, okay? He
I'm
looks
not,
pretty
you
good.
are.
Well, 12 minutes after 1, how's Miguel doing? $400 and still counting. He's out there at Pino Tile and Carpet till 2 o'clock. Let's raise at least, we're going to go past 500. You have little faith. We'll
Yes,
lose
we
like
will.
600-700 out there, especially when they find out about those tickets. Hey, if you guys out there need a ticket because you got a shiny bald spot, here's the answer for you. Charles Alfieri. If you want a little bit more hair with the most amazing natural hairline in the world, Charlie can do it for you like he's been doing for over 25 years with famous people, with infamous people, with schleppers just like you, everybody in between, because no matter how much you spend, you can't get a better, more natural looking head of hair. Forget about the muskrats, the holes in the head, the dangerous pills, all these magic potions and lotions that are supposed to grow your hair back and don't. Call today, take advantage of a $200 Neil Rogers discount when you mention my name at Chuck Alfieri Studios, and you have nothing to lose but the bald spot because everybody gets Charlie's 30-day guarantee. If after 30 days you wear the piece, you don't love the way it looks and smells and feels, Charlie give you a full refund, no questions asked. So the choice is yours. You can look like Mo, which nobody in the world wants to do, with a silly-looking mousy piece.
Absolutely.
Or look like a real mensch, younger and better than you ever thought you could again. Here's the toll-free number to call, 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413, or log on to his website at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
And hold it.
New from Mattel.
Oh no, my Barbie's bleeding. I better get some gauze.
It's the violent crime victim Barbie. She's not too happy after being accosted on the street, and she needs you to cheer her up.
I know what'll make you happy, Barbie. We'll go for a drive in your new Corvette. Oh, I forgot. You can't work a clutch when you've been shot in the leg.
She's the same old Barbie, but she's been shot twice. Both in the leg, and now she's paying the price. Her assailants got off with a slap on the wrist. Look out, look out. Barbie is pissed.
Now, you and Barbie can play in real-life situations. Barbie has given up her dream house and motorboat for subsidized housing in a rent-control apartment. And on her way to the laundromat, Barbie gets mugged.
Ooh, that's a nasty wound you have, Barbie. It's okay. Dr. Ken will take care of you.
The violent crime victim Barbie. Crutches, leg brace, and wound dressing all sold separately.
Well, I can't believe you're faxing me the weekend numbers here. Why are you doing that? I'm going to have to chop down some more of these maple trees
Well, I just
here.
pulled out the whole stack because I finally got the Men 2554. Want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
About things?
Yes.
We're number one, damn it!
And,
and,
of course, you think I'm just talking about the Neil Rogers show.
We're number one, damn it!
QAM number one in Men 2554 in the entire station, 6 a.m. to midnight.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Absolutely correct, sir. Oh!
Let's have a party. What do you say, huh?
Let's do it. Double
I'm
bonus
so
time.
sad I think I might just go on vacation.
Party. Yeah.
And we did it in memory of our close personal buddy, Don Cox. Wouldn't that be a good way to do it? And you know something really interesting? I was
absolutely
correct. Because if you look at 18 to 34, which you didn't want to send me because it's like persons instead of just men, but if you look at persons 18 to 34 and you look at the moaning, which I don't see, I'm just getting now, ours midday 18 to 34. Boy, you are just all over the place with it, but here it is.
I told you, I got a bunch of shuffled
will you listen to me?
sheets now.
Will you listen, please? One moment, please. If you look at a morning, well, look at that, 2-1 to a 2-5 in the midday 18 to 34. The whole station went up, but morning from a 0.8 to a 1.8. Now, again, that's not a gigantic number, but again, that's persons, which includes women, which cuts it in half. Now, you know as well as I do where the hell that's coming from. I don't want to make any suggestions, you know? Right. So that bears out what I've said, that Monday you're going to have some bad news to pass along to somebody who tried to get your ass fired.
Absolutely.
And you're probably going to be like dancing on his grave and on his weasel, too.
Absolutely.
You're going to be applauding, going to give him a sitting ovation. I left a letter out of that.
Greg says congratulations, by the way.
Thanks a lot, Greg. And by the way, we couldn't have done it without you, although probably we could have. Thanks a lot, Greg. You're okay in George's book. And again, he should be patting you on the back because this is summer book.
Yeah.
Now let me say,
huh? Ooh, wow, look at that.
What?
I
Is
just
it a big one?
looked at the 10 to 3.
Greg whipped it right out? I can't. Oh, man.
The 10
I
to
never would
3.
have known it for a little fellow like him. What?
The 10 to 3.
Yes?
Men 2554. From a 6-6 to an 8-0.
All right.
Oh!
An 8 point.
Oh!
That's 10 to 3.
Right.
And that includes your August. But keep in mind, some people there that were giving George a hard time, that this is the summer book, okay? The freaking summer book. Which I'm on like Tuesdays and Thursdays for like what, July and most of August? And then had that first week of August off. There's a lot of George jammed in that 8 point.
Oh!
Now we got our time slot back. We finally got a real lead in, if you catch my drift. as opposed to a dead man in a suit. Now, let's see what we got here. What do you say? What kind of print is this? What just happened?
I don't know. I'm faxing what I'm getting.
No, but you're sending me this stuff again. You're sending me 18 to 34 again.
Listen, I'm not even
Clarence
looking at
must
what
be
they're
coming
handing to
unglued,
me.
Okay? I mean, I know the numbers are nice, but I sure as hell don't need them about 40, 50 times, okay?
Well, you might want to send a copy to a friend.
Or just plaster the subway walls with them here would be good.
We're number one, damn it!
Let everybody in Ontario know that we're still kicking ass. So we get a double bonus, huh? That sounds good to me. I already got it spent in my mind for like several more vacations. Sounds good. A double freaking bonus. Let's see, men 25 to 54. Look at that, WQAM. Let's say it.
We're number one, damn it!
With a 6 point. Oh! Yeah! From a 4.1 in the spring, from number 10 in men, which remember how embarrassing that was because of Mo?
Absolutely.
Mo dragged us down, but this time with some assistance in there in that morning time slot, especially the 8 to 10 hours if you catch my drift now.
We're number one, damn it!
Life number 2 in men. Does anybody believe that?
No.
Anybody listen to Light 105?
No.
Whatever it is, 101.5. 5.7, they're allegedly number 2. Big, 5.7, dropping from number 1. Oh, that's overall, I see. That's overall, like I just got through saying. See, you're sending me so damn much different crap here. It's just, usually I can,
Like I
handle
said,
it.
I wasn't looking at what they gave
I'm having
me.
a tough time handling it. It keeps slipping out of my fist. Okay, one moment, please. I'm stapling. So we get the double-barreled bonus, baby. Now, here's mornings. Here you go. Howard Sperm dropping, and you know what this is a result of, don't you? The fact that Howard Sperm dropped over 2 points. Let me give you a clue. From 8 to 10. You'll see. You'll see on Monday when the hour by hour comes out. It's going to be a shower of power. They're going to stick you on the tower. WB, a big Howard Sperm in the morning. Still number 1, but from a 10.8 to an 8.5. Zeta, look at that. Paul and Old Ron from a 5.3 to a 6.6. How the hell did that happen? QAM. Oh, here it is. Here's the meat and potatoes right here. There's everything you want to know, boys and girls, right here.
Absolutely.
Everything. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
6 to 10 a.m. From a 3.4 in a spring book before Pharrell, and now a 5.3 from tied for 12th to number 3. So let's see. You take 5.3 and you double it, okay? That's 10.6. So I would say that Pharrell's got about an 8, and Mo's got a 2.6, a 2pay 6.
No.
What? You'll see.
Okay.
When you get those hour by hour, man, you'll be seeing. Radio Ritmo is 4th, and then after that it's Hot and Radio Amor and all these other no speaking English stations. Okay, in the morning. I might have to refill my paper back there. You're just faxing just tons and tons of crap. Now, what about that Fox Sports?
What about it?
Making a big move from a 0.6 in the morning to a 1.3 in men 25-54. They're doing it. And you know what that's all a result of? Can I give you like a little clue as who's responsible for that?
Yeah.
For that big improvement in the morning?
That's where you see some arm problems.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Crow
all about
put
that.
them over the top. They're doing a big number as the crow flies. Of course, now that baseball's over, what the hell does he know? Men 25-54 in midday. QAM, proudly we say, from a 6 point, I mean, we're in number, oh, look at that. How is that possible? Oh, that's right, because that was a 10 to 3 thing, right? And we were on 9 to 1 back in those days. Oh, those awful, ugly days. You see the difference there, Greg? After you screwed around with this show and you had us on 9 to 1? From a 6.6 and being number 2 in the 10 to 3 time period. To an 8 point.
Oh!
And
We're number one, damn it!
followed by Life with a 6.8. Am I out of paper? I'm out of paper. Hang on a second. Whistle the tune. Okay, like I said, Life number 2 in men. Does anybody buy it?
No.
Believe it?
No!
Big, number 3. WIOD dropping like a rock. You just wait until this Rush thing hits them like a bomb and the whole cheap channel chain. They're gonna get what they deserve. You'll see. Zeta 3.8 to a 4.8. Okay, that's enough, Rush. Power from a 4.9 to a 4.7. They're about flat. Now, what about that party radio crap? I see Men in Black is doing good. They went from a 1.8 in the spring to a 4.6. You ready for that?
No.
But to me, it looks like the party is more than over. Of course, that's 2554. That's not their demo. What about 18 to 34? Did you look at it? Did you take a peek at it?
No.
No?
It's over here in a
18 to
pile.
34. Well, let me just, overall, okay, let's see how Party Radio is doing as opposed to Power 96. Power 96 zooming. Oh, this has got to be a big book for the Beasleys, man. Scott might even get paid before the year's out, but I doubt it. Power 96, persons 18 to 34, the whole week they went from an 11.8 number 1 to a 12.6 number 1.
Oh!
Kid Curry, nice going, kid. You're the best, man, in spite of Greg. Kid Curry and the marriage of Kid Curry and Bill Tanner. Can you see it?
Ooh.
That's what's put them on the top. I think Kid probably the one on top.
Mm-hmm.
MIB, Men in Black, from a 7.5 to a 10.1, number 2. Challenging Power. WEDR is third. Went up a little bit. Zeta, 5.1 to a 5.6, 18 to 34. That's Paul and the old Ron, man. They're doing it. Life, Hot. Oh, PY and Party Ray, but they're still hanging in there from 10th to 6, 4.3, 4.5 overall in that 18 to 34 Young Punk demo. In that mostly desirous demo. So we, kicked ass. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm usually giving it a, well, but a beep, but a whoop, you know, where it could go either way. But you knew we had 2 good months going in.
Oh, yeah.
We knew that you didn't destroy us this summer like you usually, you did a hell of a job. And we also knew that we got our time slot back and we got a lead in. Thanks a lot, Pharrell. You're the best, baby. Don't take any crap. Well, any more than you have to. 26 past 1 at 560 WQAM. Speaking of that, you won't find any crap at Hallett Pontiac GMC, just the best deals in town. The 2003 Neil Rogers blowout sale is still going on at Hallett Pontiac. Get you the lowest prices in town from our good buddies Joe Prieto, Tom Lehman, all the good folks at Hallett Pontiac GMC. Here's Neil Deal number 1. Save up to $7,000 with the highest rebates of the year, plus get deep discounts on all remaining 2003 models, including the Yukon and the Envoy XL. Neil Deal number 2. Get 0% financing for up to 5 years. And listen to this, you can lease a fully loaded 2004 Grand Prix GT right now at Hallett for only $295 a month for 36 months. You pay only $2,500 out of pocket. You get 12,000 miles a year. And as always, as they have for 35 years plus, Hallett's got the best selection in town of certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs you can depend on. And don't worry about credit. It's rarely a hassle when you do your vehicle shopping at Hallett Pontiac GMC. They want to cut you a deal. It's the 2003 blowout sale. It's happening right now at Hallett Pontiac GMC, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls, open every day, 7 days a week. If you want more info on these unbeatable Neil deals, just pick up that instrument and call the Neil Deal hotline toll free, 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget all Neil deals. Subject to credit approval. See the folks at Hallett for details. That's Hallett Pontiac GMC, who most definitely be professional grade.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Number 1, damn it! Eisner?
Mr. Mouse?
What the hell are you doing to me?
What do you mean, sir?
Why am I reading in the paper you're going to put a Disney theme park in Brooklyn?
Well, sir, we're just scouting locations.
Jesus, I'm scouting CEOs. You are killing me.
But sir, look what we've done with New York City, Times Square, 42nd Street.
Hang on. Remus! Remus! Turn off the vacuum cleaner, Remus! Get that bluebird out of here!
Okay, boss.
Eisner.
But sir, look what we've done with Midtown Manhattan. 42nd Street is incredible.
Oh, you know what? Publicly, I supported that, but you took all the porn away. You're killing me. I'm going through Gaviscon like Pez.
We're just scouting areas. Calm down.
Listen to me, Butt Munch. Don't tell me to calm down. We got lucky with Lilo and Stitch, $128 million. Now, you're trying to ruin the whole network. What kind of programming are you running? Hang on a minute. Remus!
Yeah,
you got bluebird crap all over your shoulder! Clean yourself up, for heaven's sake! And turn off the vacuum cleaner!
Okay, boss.
Good God!
Sir, the network is fine.
Why couldn't you come up with American Idol? Good God, you're still running James Bond movies. They're 60 years old. Why don't you just put Steamboat Willie on and be done with it? At least then I'd make a couple of damn dollars.
Well, the movie division's fine. You mentioned Lilo and Stitch, and now we have the new M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out later this summer.
Oh, signs. What the hell does that mean? Stop sign, yield sign? You gotta start swinging some of these titles past me.
Please.
Remus. Remus.
Can't hear you, boss.
I know you can't hear me, Remus. You're still running the vacuum cleaner.
Yes, I'm right, boss.
mister?
Yes, sir.
I'd be very careful the next time I started my car if I were you.
What do you mean,
I'm
sir?
about done with you.
What?
About done.
What, sir?
I'll put Hannah Storm in your job.
But, sir, I'm sorry.
You're terrible.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll put Remus in there. How'd you like to be president of Disney, Remus?
Oh, my.
What a wonderful day. Get out of here, you nutbag.
26 till 2. Take a look at the afternoons, man. Did you see that?
No, Jeff Hyde took my numbers away.
Mad Dog and the Humper had a 7-point.
Oh!
They were number one by a mile. Remember not too long ago? Oh, that Snit, man. He's really kicking Snit, whatever his name is. Yeah, they took one of the letters out, I think, now. Went from a 6.1 number one to a 5.8 number two. Dropping not all that much, but getting past like he was sitting still on his fat Rush wannabe ass. Maybe he can start popping a few, huh? 7.0 to a 5.8. A clear victory for the Mad Dog. See, we got a good combo there. We got the Mad Dog and the Humper together. Do you know what we had? I just extrapolated it in the month of September.
I give up.
If my extrapolations are correct, my extravagations, like Mo says.
10.
10.6. You following that?
All right.
You got a 7.1. I'm just doing this by memory, but if I have to wait for Clarence and the Muffmeister in there, you know, they're busy congratulating each other, I'm sure, kissing each other on the lips. I think we had a 7.1 in July, a 6.3 in August, and a, what? Or was that 18 plus? See, I could be wrong about that. Well, whatever the hell we had. We had a gigantic, a big month. We had a good one. So there you go. Thanks to everybody for making us number one again. And that and 45 cents will buy about a third of a cup of coffee and a little tiny piece of the corner of one of those Marlin tickets like the ones Miguel's got. Miguel is at Pinot Tile and Carpet almost another half hour, and we're probably up to like $500-600 by now, aren't we?
$560 last time he called.
$560. WQAM, you see? So I'm thinking we can do like at least $700-800. That wouldn't be too bad. That's about what it's, you wait till we get to November or December, mister, then you're going to really see some lame numbers. 5670560. Let's add some more names to our list. Of course, the audience has kind of dropped off on the phone. There ain't no calls on there because they haven't been taking any. Because we've been ratings intensive. Do we apologize for that?
No.
No, this is our livelihood in the hood, okay? This is what it's all about. And especially when we take a look at those morning numbers, even though we don't have the hour by hour yet. And you're starting to get the,
Absolutely.
to get wind of it, of what's going on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I predict for you on Monday, you're going to be like rubbing your hind legs together. You'll be like a grasshopper. You'll be so excited when you're able to have those hour by hours, yeah. And somebody's going to be saying, well, who can we blame for this? It must be Zach's got to be fired, and we got to get
right.
Geldy out of here. Huh?
That's Zach and Geldy.
That must be it. And don't forget about Robert. I vote for that. Let's fire Robert's damn self-hating ass. What do you say?
Oh!
Yeah. Let's blame the Creeper. He's been getting off the hook all of these years, unscathed. Back when the worst team used to always blame the board op. First it was Donnie B, and then it was somebody else. Always blaming somebody else for their marginal numbers. Well, Mo, who don't even have marginal numbers, but real weak and lame. You'll see. You'll see. And, of course, you know the story he's going to give tomorrow. Oh, that pipe smoker, he's talking a lot of crap. We kicked ass. We'll move it up there, thanks to my good buddy Pharrell, who doesn't speak to him. You'll see. All the number in that morning show, 6 to 10, is between 8 and 10 a.m. Guaranteed. You can bet Scott's life on it.
How much?
About 30, man.
I got that.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. This is a pretty pleasant surprise, you know it? I knew we'd do well, but the idea
I didn't think the station. Yeah, that's a surprise.
Well, no, I told you we had a shot, just like Jimmy Johnson said. Of course, look what happened to him. Boy, what a faker, man. Nice going, Jimmy. What a con artist you are.
Maybe some of that Marlins luck is rubbing off on us.
Now, how did we do at night? How did the Marlins actually do? Did they help us out? Because I don't see no 7 to midnight. Don't get it unless you got it. You got 7 to midnight?
I don't have it handy, no.
No. Because I'm just kind of curious. That's the only part you left out was the 7 to midnight in 25 men, 54.
Oh, I got a mess is what I have.
You got a big pile? WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you just tell Neil to put Mike Ranieri on his list?
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, because I can't hang on the phone. I'm working.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Hey, Neil, put Mike Ranieri on the list. Okay, thanks, George.
All right.
How can we leave old Mike? Well, because we don't think of him so much as a disc jockey, but he was at Wixie in Cleveland and a lot of other places for many, many years before he had the misfortune of coming to South Florida.
So we're doing it?
Doing what?
Put Mikey on there.
Yeah, put Mikey on there. Well, what is wrong with you? What did I just get through saying? You're just coming unglued from these numbers.
I'm getting a little tired of that crap, I can tell you right now.
So did Greg come in and give you like a big kiss on the lips and say, nice going, George, I always knew you could do it?
He patted me on the head.
No, he did not.
No. He said I'm still going to be fired.
Because he can't have somebody working there who's a liar.
That's right. Rhymes with
So
fire.
did you accept Greg's resignation right on the spot?
He has no
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. As this guy, and by the way, that asshole who called before about I'm doing a show in Toronto, I'm doing it on Uranus, I'm doing it on whatever. Does it make any difference?
No.
No, we're kicking serious, big, fat, bloody ass. How do you like that? You simpleton, you. And by the way, thanks again for listening, you lifeless asshole, you. And you're part of the reason why a lot of us don't want to be in South Florida any more than absolutely necessary. Because there's so many sour, bitter, nasty, mean, hostile, negative, freaking idiots like you, sir. And have a wonderful weekend. Not. He'll probably screw up the game at the PP Park. He'll probably reach out and grab somebody's balls. WQAM.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I'm calling about the Big Hugh Baby from WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee.
What was his name?
The Big Hugh Baby from WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee. A late night show back in the early 60s. The only time I could get it was after midnight.
You know, there was another guy in WLAC. His name was John Richmond. His name was John R. That's what they called him, John R.
I can't hear you too good myself. I remember another fellow named Hoppy Adams, but I don't think he was as well known as the Big Hugh Baby. He used to, the Big Hugh Baby was had a White Rose Petroleum Jelly sponsor that a lot of fun with that on the air.
Right, John R. had the same thing. Okay, thanks, pal. I get a new phone. John R., his name was John Richburg, I believe, but they're known as John R., and also the Big Hugh Baby. They were on WLAC Nashville, where I worked for 1 month. Remember those days?
Oh, no.
Yes.
1980. WLAC. What a place. Don't ever go to Nashville, by the way, especially if you're Jewish or know anybody who is. Or black. Oh, right, or know any black people. Or even used to watch the Jeffersons. Don't go to Nashville. You'll just hate it. If you ever, like, were in New York, not necessarily live there, just, like, pass through. Don't go to Nashville. They'll lynch your ass. 20 till 2 at 560 WQAM. Nice hockey team, though, right, Scott? Not. No, I mean, who cares about the Predators? Do they have any fans?
No.
No, does anybody care about that team?
No.
And the coach, how has he kept his job? Because he gives me the trots. You know, Barry Trotz? Is Scott still alive or he passed out? He swooned. Well, you don't know Barry Trotz?
What about him?
David Legwand?
Who?
I thought you were supposed to be our hockey expert. I thought you were supposed to know something about this crap.
The Predators?
You would know the Predators if the whole team just entered your ass all at once. 10:41, although your ex-wife might like it. 19 till 2 at 560 WQM. See, you're going to have to tell me something off the air one of these days so I don't, like, step over the line, because I don't want to get you in too much trouble.
What?
What do you mean? Should we get him in too much trouble?
What trouble? She's in Jersey or something.
Oh, she's in Jersey. Well, we have nosy people. They'll find out where she is. Hey, if you're looking to replace that tired old carpeting in your home, let me tell you about Laminates R Us. This is the easy, the intelligent, the low-maintenance alternative to mighty expensive natural wood flooring. Laminates R Us is the best place for you to find laminated wood flooring from the top names in the business. They got them all. They got Peridor, Pergo, Wilson Art, Unifloor, and Quick Step, and all of Laminates R Us flooring is installed by Pergo-certified installers who really know their stuff. Here's another great reason why you should be calling Laminates R Us. Their prices are so low, it'll probably floor you. Right now, get their fall special for just $1,495. Let me say it again. Just $1,495 gets you up to 295 square feet of beautiful, easy-to-care-for laminate wood flooring. It is positively unreal. And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer, too. If you want a free in-home estimate, call them toll-free and tell them that old Neil told you to call 1-877-777-3336. What could be easier? Free carpet disposal. They give you free furniture moving, a long 25-year warranty, and years of beautiful, easy-care laminate wood flooring. Call them today. Laminates R Us. It's a toll-free call. 1-877-777-3336.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Welcome back to the glittering pageantry of the Mohammed and David Show. We have a full docket today, including the cavalcade of articulate athlete interviews. You know that pipe smoker's still at it. What? Singing those songs, making fun of me. They make fun of me all the time. I don't know why they don't adore me.
There, everything will be all right, Mo.
Get your hands off me, you fairy. You queer? You tube jumper? Real men don't touch, only during the game.
Yes, master.
They want singing? I'll give them singing. Get on a piano. Over there.
Okay, Mo.
Now, hit it. Back in my day, men were straight.
Being gay is hip today.
That's why I can't tolerate jizz guzzling gays.
Sport holes weren't gay back then.
Stop it, you moron!
What's the matter, Mo?
My wig fell off again. Okay.
All right, where were we?
Sport holes weren't gay back then.
I'll take it from here. The guys that like to worship men.
Good thing we won't see Portland or Wayland and Madam again.
Didn't need to soothe prostates.
Or to tickle hairy taint.
Jesus Christ, I really hate
Jizz guzzling
How about we put him on the list too, Harry Taint?
Taint what?
No mo. 146 at 560 WQAM. This is shocking, though. Just like I said, you'll see. You'll see come Monday, man, when the hour by hour comes out, it's going to be just this will finally be the unmasking of the ineptitude that we have under in the very early wee morning hours. And how's he going to tap dance his way out of that, huh?
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, we won't see this anymore now that they've got that new arrangement.
What arrangement is that?
Where our good buddy can't say anything anymore.
Now, why are you peeing on our parade now, okay? Why are you doing that? That is so negatory.
And true.
Well, he'll still kick ass, okay, regardless.
All right.
He doesn't need to say SSY every 2 seconds, okay? Like once an hour would be good. Who is or was your favorite radio disc jockey of all time? Wolfman Jack, 71. Rick Shaw, 57 for Ricky Ticky. Nice cap, Rick. Clean it. Kid Curry, 25. Larry's Lou Jack, 16. Cousin Brucey, 16. Joy Reynolds, 16. Sonny Fox, 14. Murray DeCate, 13. Dick Pert, 11. Dick Biondi, 10. Me Kimba. Kimba's got 8. How do you like that? Ain't that great in the Sunshine State? Kimba's got 8. By a big, gigantic walrus. High Lit's got 7. Johnny Dark, 7. Don Cox, 7. And Scuny, Puny Scott Muni. And after that, Arnie Ginsberg. See, we don't have that many New England people. I've always told you that. We just have a handful. Arnie Ginsberg's only got 5. L.B. Silk's got 4. And then on it goes. Okay, take a puke at it if you like. We're just kind of giddy. Now, what's the total? We had 560 out there at the Pinot Tile and Carpet.
580.
Well, what is that?
$20 more.
Well, it sure ain't no 600 or 700. Like I said, we got 12 minutes to go. Let's get with it. Pinot Tile and Carpet, 2101 West Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. And for those who donate whatever, whether it's $20 or 40 or 100 or 1,000 would be nice. We got movie passes to the premiere of Radio on Saturday, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. And Miguel might even be hiding some of them damn World Series tickets in his back pocket, okay? Wrestle him to the ground, reach around, reach down into his pants and see what you come up with.
Rectum.
I guarantee he won't disappoint. That's what Doreen said.
Oh.
WQAM.
Yeah, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm glad someone mentioned Mike Ranieri. He was one of the greatest in the Jacksonville area back in the mid-'60s. But I'd like to put my vote in for not Mike Ranieri, but Charlie Murdoch from the old WQAM.
He's on there.
Oh, he is? Okay, I didn't hear it earlier. Okay, but Ranieri was fantastic. He did a character called Bertha Breadstacker, and he was doing all the rock and roll concerts. He had 2 big local hits. I love Jacksonville in the springtime, and a cover of Michael Rode the Boat Ashore. He was great.
Okay, thanks, pal.
Okay, bye.
Charlie Murdoch's on there. He's out only 1 vote, but he's on there. And you know who that was? That was Blind Mike. Well, he'll get around to voting. WQAM, hello. Nice one. That must have been Blind Mike again. Only one time, Blind Mike. Now, why do you keep calling him Blind Mike? WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Shadow Stevens?
Shadow Stevens. Oh, how could we forget that? That's S-H-A-D-O-E, by the way. Thank you so much, I think. What are you laughing at,
That's
Shadow
so
Stevens? He
I know
was
how to
big on the
spell
West
it.
Coast. Shadow Stevens on Hollywood Squares, remember?
know.
Yes, you do. How about Gary Stevens? Not the jockey, but the disc jockey. Nobody knows who that is. He was on Keener in Detroit. Those are the days. That may have been the greatest radio station of all time, WKNR Detroit. And how many white people lived in Detroit?
About 30, man.
Now there's only about 4 or 5, and they're all like playing the baseball. Not well. 5, look at that. 1 billion Catholics worldwide helped the Pope celebrate 25 years of murder and mayhem and Neanderthal preaching. Nice going, Papa.
Live local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Sports Radio 560 QAM, your flagship station of the Miami Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami Dolphins. Chief Fiedler on the bootleg.
Sunday, the Dolphins take on the New England Patriots. The countdown starts at 9. Kickoff at 1. Right here. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
We're number one, damn it!
Well, congratulations. Get a life.
I say, how you doing now? I'm a rogue Republican. White sanctimonious Christian. My colleagues have a think tank where we pull off cranks and dress up like we're all sisters. We'll tell you what's just and right and how to run your life, 'cause our moral ground is so much higher. And we'll decide what you should think while dressed in pink, as we rinse the nuts off our cucumbers with GOP transvestite in the Tax American Administration. We support our Dick and Bush and shave our tush. The media's in our control. Sometimes John Ashcroft comes around and pulls his pants down for us to put our tongues up his bunghole. We're GOP transvestite in a Pax American administration. We're GOP transvestite in a Pax American administration.
156, 560 WQAM. We got a lot of good news today. The only bad news is Mad Dog is laying out. As a result, you got the big at 2, proving that nothing is perfect. Then you got the Humper at 4, who's going to be basking in that 7.0 share that he and the Mad Dog put together. Nice going, Fatso. And then you got Hurricane Hotline, 7 o'clock, live at Tony Roma's. Ricky Williams show at 9, Eddie K at 10, and Joe and Mark overnight. Now, how do you think Joe and Mark did? A little bit better, maybe?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
It's got to be a little bit better. We don't have that till Monday, but it's got to be a little bit better, doesn't it?
No.
Just a little teeny tiny bit, like maybe a tenth of a point, something like that? Like a few more listeners?
About 30, man.
This would be like half of their audience at that hour at night when everybody is sloughing. Of course, when they're back on to 2 to 6, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh.
What?
No.
Well, I have this feeling if Moe's number is as bad as I think it might be, how could he possibly even come in there with a straight puss, right?
He will.
If he's got like 2s and 3s and Pharrell's got like 7s and 8s, what kind of a look is he going to have on his puss?
He'll have a gay look.
Is that the way it'll be?
Absolutely.
So what's new about that? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. WQAM.
Miserable bitch.
Yes, he is.
Yes, you are. WQAM.
Mr. Neal.
Yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
Thanks. We deserve it.
Number 2, that poor guy, Steve Bartman. I hate to be in his shoes today. And, man, that's pretty much all about it, man. And sorry, Mo. Mo's got to go.
Won't see him no more. Either one of them, as a matter of fact. Steve Bartman and Mo, they can both leave now together. Like Tom Likas in the trunk of the car late at night, about 3 in the morning. WQAM.
Baseball blows.
Now, you know something? I am so ecstatic. I'm so delirious and so happy about that just before the end of the show today, on a day when South Florida, according to all reports, is supposed to be euphoric. Everybody wants free tickets. Everybody wants paid tickets. Anything. They all want on a bandwagon. And just before we get out of here, baseball blows. Another good positive call from the assholes in South Florida. Man, it's unbelievable. This guy could go out in the backyard, find $10 million in small bills unmarked. Oh, this really blows. What am I going to do with all this money? Where am I going to hide it? Give him my mother's phone number. They make a beautiful couple. I'm serious.
I'm going to give it out on the air tomorrow.
She could take a wet dream and turn it into a nightmare. Unbelievable. Nice going, Ma, and this guy too. He's probably heard doing a voice. WQAM.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Yes, sir.
It's Rick from Miami.
Who?
Hello. It's Rick from Miami.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Neil?
Is this Rick from Miami? Is this Rick from Miami? I'll be damned. That sounded like Rick from Miami, didn't it, George?
I don't know. Might have been Rick. From Miami.
From Miami? WQAM.
Bill Dean from the old WFUN is another name for the list. He used to be in WFUN. Bill
Who?
Dean. Bill Dean. From the
Bill
old
Dean.
Bill Dean from WFUN.
Okay, well, calm down. Gee, you sound like you got Russia's supply. Maybe he's got Wilma's phone number. Bill Dean. I don't know that. I know Joe Dean used to work on WBBF in Rochester, home of the Busy Bees. Joe Dean and Mort Nussbaum. Can you imagine if your name was Nussbaum going on the air with a name like that?
Oi.
Exactly. Mort Nussbaum and Joe Dean. Who's the other one who used to be on there? It was the home of the Busy Bees, WBBF, in Rochester. With a signal at nighttime, the signal used to go like straight up into the air, something like that. I think we got enough names on there to make it worthwhile. Just pick one, okay? If yours isn't on there, just pick one of these, okay? And if you don't know any of them, talk to somebody like over the age of 5 who can tell you a little bit about radio. Of course, we know that radio blows, baseball blows, many of the calls blow. There's no question about that.
I blow, you blow, Scott blows.
Right. Well, I think I got you both beat on that.
I'm sure.
Wolfman Jack 76, Rick Shaw 59, Kid Curry 25, Joey Reynolds 17, Cousin Brucey 17, Larry Lou Jack 16. I'll give you the double-digit numbers. Sonny Fox 15, Murray DeKay 13, Dick Purton 12, and Dick Biondi has got 10. The Big O is coming up next, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Bye, bye, bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I'll give back all the business you've gotten from me over the last year and a half.
Well, maybe not.